Did nothing.
Okay,
Because
let's start.
that's the number one reason. That's the number one reason.
You did nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
A lot less than you.
Start it.
All right. Yeah. Start it. I don't got time. I don't got too long. Okay.
Okay, whatever, fine.
Okay. We're gonna play. We're gonna play like 1 or 2 rounds of Among Us, and then we're gonna start. Okay.
Bro is not even
How much
streaming,
is
bro.
to get it?
Remember you wait, this guy's streaming actually? Where is Romero?
I got. Hey, you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear.
Wow. both of
Okay.
them.
So we're streaming Among Us, but we won't. Okay. Just for a little bit. Okay. Just for like the regular. Just for when we normally play like Wordle and stuff. We'll just do it for then. Okay. Chris, Lucius, how's it going, guys? Okay. How's it going, guys?
Guys, follow me to Medbay.
No, Tinub, I called in sick today. No. Yeah, I'm good, Chris. Was I feeling Oh, I was just sleepy last stream, man. Yeah, I'm good. I feel good. I'm fucking bitch. Who was that? Oh my fucking god. Cringe. Alright, someone please tell me someone's watching stream. Fucking get his ass. Oh my god. Ack, you bitch.
No, we didn't. Yes, we didn't.
I am watching this thing, but I was disconnected.
Okay.
That's so funny. This feels like cheating. Oh, goddamn.
Where is this?
I
Someone
Wait, keep
rented
doing
it.
it, Alex.
Okay, wait,
Someone
listen,
rented it
listen.
manually, right? Am I
If you guys are curious, we're playing Among Us in Easy's VC. So I mean, I'm only gonna play for like another round or two, just until like for 15 minutes or so. Well,
It's not Zaza. It's not True Shadow.
okay.
Okay, someone rented. Was it just you?
the storage
Romero?
button.
Nah, I was with True Shadow the whole time.
I think it's Aki. I think it's Aki, and I think it's
Zaza's cheating. Zaza's cheating.
Wait, not Pushkar. Not Pushkar. No, Sunny. It's Sunny.
Oh no, maybe he's not. Maybe he's just dumb.
Who was Sunny?
Manish, fuck. Manish, how's it going?
Where were you? We didn't even meet.
Scott, Sonny, and I were in Medbay.
How the hell are you saying my name out of nowhere? Yeah.
Because I didn't meet you. That's why you're the imposter.
Oh, Zaza. Where is the body?
Zaza's so cheating.
It's in storage. The body.
Storage.
Oh,
Okay.
it's storage.
Who was near that? Who?
Which one did you find?
I'm telling you, it's
Did you find
Aki.
anyone?
Listen to me.
Zaza cheated. Zaza's cheating.
That makes no sense. I was not even.
Wiz.
I'm voting Zaza.
Wiz. Okay,
Zaza says I'm voting Zaza.
Why are you voting me?
Can I join the next game if there's a slot? I just got home. I didn't see that you were all playing. Yeah, Lucius, there's a. I think the server can take 12. I think we're at like 10 or 11 right now, and then I'm gonna leave in a game or two anyway. So if you want to join, feel free.
He and Shadow are no.
Oh, that's so jokes, dude. Oh, that's so jokes.
Wait,
I voted him already.
skip it.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's Aki. I'm 100. Bro, it's Aki.
Dude, Zaza's lying out his ass.
Did we see Aki in the Medway?
Dude, I was.
Yeah, let's vote Aki next time.
I think it's Aki. I think it's Aki and Sunny. I think it's Aki and Sunny 100%. I just think it's Aki and Sunny.
Who was that light at the end?
Oh, Zaza.
It's weird to hear everyone on both Discord and in Vito's stream.
Don't forget there's a shape. Yeah, I know, but he shape-shifted into me after killing me, Manish. So I know for a fact that he didn't have enough time to. Khaled, how's it going? He didn't have enough time to go back and forth. Yeah. All right, give me 1 second. I just gotta. I'll be right back. It was Zach. Zaza. At least the one who killed me. I don't know who the second one was. Give me 1 second. Dude, wait, Zaza, you didn't know? I thought for sure you were cheating. What burnt?
What happened? What
You're
happened?
gonna vote Aki?
What
I'm a
happened?
detective. Wiz's
did I
body
do?
was found in storage. At the time of Wiz's death, Aquaven was in storage.
Oh yeah, so it's
Okay,
Aki.
Odie has done some
Dude, I was
Aquaven,
in
so
electrical.
just Aki.
I thought for sure you were cheating.
I was not even. I was in electrical. Then this.
Mixed
I don't.
Detective, and it said he was
Demotion, mixed emotions of anger and more. Who the is that Dr. Z? Who the fuck is that?
Wait, I was with True Shadow, okay?
Yeah, he was with me for a bit.
Oh, nice. You see,
What's happened?
You just-
Zaza, by the way. Can't believe that.
That was such a dumb decision.
Yeah,
That was such a dumb decision.
this name was not supposed to be shown.
Who the fuck is stream sniping?
Oh wait, I can protect? I'm an angel? I can protect! Who's still alive and who are my favorite people? Okay. True Shadow, no. Love you, dude. I died first, yeah, fuck it, Ak got me, little fucker. Quantum, no. I'm gonna go protect Burnt. Where is he? He better not have died. Oh, Burnt. I got you. I got you, my boy. Oh, it lasts for 20 seconds, okay. It lasts for 20 seconds and there's a 50-second, Damn, I really... Don't beat yourself up over it, Manish. Oh, what the fuck? Burnt, what are we doing, buddy? Burnt, let's go. What? We just saw him vent. Please.
It's either Romero or a shapeshifter.
I think it's Romero. I just saw him walking away from the body.
I saw Romero walk by with Sun, like.
Did no one see that? Am I crazy?
Romero from left go right with Sunny.
I was with Burned. I was with Burned a second ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
If anyone's just joining stream, we're just playing Among Us in Easy's voice chat. So if any of you want to join, I'm gonna leave after this game because or maybe after one more because then we actually gotta start reading. But yeah, if anyone else wants to join, feel free. I think we'll have another spot or two available. Why does everyone sound so? I don't know. Does let me. Is it on stream? Let me take a look.
Is mechanic, not engineer.
Okay, so the Demoness kill was either at low reactor.
Does it sound bad? Let me in stream. Everyone sounds so bad.
So
it
could be.
Let me take a look. Hold on.
Kill. And Aquaven was guilty for the Wiz kill. So it would cannot be pushed.
No, Aki could have done both of them though.
Oh, it seemed okay. It sounds like their voices are really like the voices are like tearing apart. Interesting. Oh, why would that be the case?
You can vote me.
Definitely did not
Bro, you literally, I was walking with Sunny. Sunny is now dead, and you were the one nearest to us.
It's Romero. It's
Unless anyone else account for Romero.
Pushkar then vote me.
No. Can anyone else like account for Romero?
Let's try
No one else
this.
can account for Romero.
It's like they're speaking through a buffered mic. Yeah. Let's see if this is better. I'm curious. Hey, we got it. Nice.
Who was the
Sunny was with
imposter?
me.
Remero
You
and
just killed him basically.
Ak.
Who knows? Who knows?
yeah.
Aki was too fast. Like all of them were too grouped up. Aki was too fast. We had to wait and do this shit like double kills all the time.
I mean, I already knew I was going to
Is that
die.
better? Is that better? I don't know. Let me check.
Aki just locked me
I was
in the...
expecting you to kill someone else.
Bro, there were more than 2 people.
How can you all be so
Yeah,
retarded
I
to vote for me? How can you all be so... Can I say that? Wiz, can I say that?
You already said it.
I feel like it sounds better now.
Wiz, can I say that?
Zaza, to be
Okay,
honest,
Zaza, I don't know what happened with you. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, if anyone wants to join join the server, that's the code if you want to join.
Can you all be so mentally challenged to vote for me? Is a question I need an answer to.
I mean, in fairness, you came out of the gate really hot. You were like, "Oh no, it's Ak." So that was very pushy.
He had a mid-base scan.
Okay. First one, I had 6 people with me that saw me did the medbay scale.
all six of them voted.
And all
Ignore this. I got you, buddy. I got you. Just for today, I called off work. Today and then tomorrow and Sunday, we'll stream around this time, and then we'll start COI after one more game. Okay, one more game of Among Us, and then we go.
Wait, let me join.
Too late. All right, mute. Oh my. Dude, this is so cringe. I've played like 10 games with these guys, and I never fucking get imposter. This is so cringe. Last week you streamed at 3 a.m. for me.
What is this betrayal? How many times did you betray me like this?
Dr. Z is so pissed.
You asked when I already started.
It's 3 a.m. I stream at like 8:30 for me, and then Europe, you guys are probably 5 or 6 hours ahead. That would make sense, yeah. I guarantee some of them are looking at your stream. Yeah, I think so too.
The electrical.
Oh, I was about to report Burnt. Burnt is dead inside electrical.
Okay, wait.
I just saw
Wait,
something.
Don't forget that.
It's not Romero. It's not Romero. It's not Romero.
Okay.
Where were the
I was in
bodies?
electrical.
I think it's Shadow.
Body was
Shadow left
electrical.
games.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know then.
I am still in the
There's a
game.
body of an orange burnt inside electrical, which I was about to report now.
Shadow was inside the electrical, but he left.
Quantum?
So I'm not
Quantum
sure.
ran past the body and then went into electrical. I just
No,
saw
I
it.
didn't.
Okay. Wait. The body is in electrical.
No, it's
Burnt is inside electrical.
If I was imposter, I would die first round, probably. But good thing is, I never get imposter. So what the fuck does it even matter?
I was with Romero. I was with
Don't forget
Romero
there
and
is
I
safe lifter.
okay. I was with Romero and I saw Wiz in the navigation room, in the weapons, in weapons.
Aki saw.
Oh, Money, how's it going, man? I can see you. Yeah, I can see you. I went to top chat. Yeah, you're good.
Who is I? Who's saying this?
Or sorry, I went to live chat rather. I can see you now.
Okay, Pushka, you saw Quantum
check-
run past. Who was with
Check
Quantum?
Discord. Okay, 1 second.
I only saw Quantum.
Okay, Quantum, you see Quantum run past.
None.
Okay, so
We were
it's the same
inside the
people.
electrical. We were inside the electrical, so I'm not sure.
Gotta fix shit so you can see.
Either both Demoness and Quantum? Or there's shapeshifter?
Oh wait.
Oh,
I
it's
think-
Pushka
I
and the
think-
shapeshifter.
There is a
I
safe
think
shifter.
Or
I
to
think
push
I couldn't see your message. Oh wait. Okay.
I think
Money's
it's
gonna.
Quantum. I just think it's Quantum.
Yeah, I'm also going with Quantum.
Zaha, I'm going to
just think
murder
it's
you in real
Oh,
life.
okay. Dope.
Next is
Okay.
Demoness.
We can. Okay, so we can play thing for a little bit longer. Fuck it. We can just play. This is dope. Okay, I love this. Let's go.
I just think it's Quantum.
I'm voting Pushkar.
Oh man, I got disconnected.
Sorry. Who are we voting for?
Quantum.
Quantum. All right, based.
I'm
It turns out I can play for a little bit longer because my we'll start reading a little bit later. That's fine.
But Sunny's been quiet. Though.
Sunny is one of the suspects.
If Sunny was with me, I was you were
remember?
not even near electrical.
I can put tracker, so I'll just put tracker. Wait, Demon has come here.
Yeah, that's fine, Money. You just you let me know whenever you want to. Whenever you're good, we'll start.
Never mind.
I'm thinking like we'll do like a half hour immediately, and then we'll see from there.
I was gonna do Metabase again. Come.
So good.
Remember Steve, remember watch me here.
Oh wait, there's another thing in admin. What the fuck? That's crazy. 4 times? What am I, a fucking amateur? 4 people have DC'd. This is so cooked. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that fucking filter still. Like, and it chooses so arbitrarily. Like, I would have thought that filter like that would be like, hey, like if you use like bad language or whatever, it'll like blur out message. And it just does it whatever. Like, I don't get it. I thought for sure that guy was gonna kill me. And there it is. Oh, shit. Yeah, fucking called it. Aki, get him. Yes. Captain Panda, how's it going? Ah. Okay, Ak, get him. You saw him walk right past.
Aki killed.
Demoness. Oh wow, amazing.
Who killed him?
I think it's Demoness. I think it's Demoness.
Ramiro,
Okay.
get him.
We voted Quantum.
It makes sense in a video where you can only see like my. Yeah, exactly. Like it's so stupid.
I saw him do it.
Wait, okay.
Captain Panda, we're playing Among Us for a little bit in Easy's voice chat, and then we'll start reading.
With us, and he just
Last time.
recently went to the top
Last body.
cafeteria.
Okay.
I think
Yes, Demoness. I literally saw him.
I think Viz was
in
doing
oxygen.
the oxygen. Aki came and I was going down
Yeah.
the top and I saw Aki.
Mm-hmm.
Aki,
It's
what
Demoness.
do you have to say in your defense? What do you have to say in your
I
defense?
don't have anything to say except it's Demoness. I literally.
I also really think it's Demoness.
Bro,
Get him, get
okay.
him.
Remember last round who was defending Quantum?
Demoness.
Demoness was
Yeah.
defending
I
Quantum.
was
Yeah.
Quantum.
Yeah.
I don't know. There is a Sapscepter also.
Get him.
I think it's Quantum. But, let's vote Demoness, and if it's not Demoness, I'll vote Aki.
No.
I
I'm
don't think it's
100%
Sunny.
sure it's Demoness.
I
Get
don't think
Demoness.
it's Sunny. I
Get
don't think
Demoness.
it's
Get him.
Pushkar, and I don't
Demoness
think
was-
it's
Can you do tasks as a ghost? Oh yeah, I can. Do I? No. Can you make the others a little louder? Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
I was with him and then.
Alright, let me know if that's too loud. But did I die first?
you were defending him.
I don't think so, because I mean, these people were dead before me, so I don't think so. They might have DC'd also, I don't know.
He might have
Might.
died. I am saying that.
In either case, it's your
Aki, how sure are you on your eyes? How sure
Next
are you?
is Aki. Zaza, we are sure of each other, so if Demoness
Get Demoness. Get Demoness. If not, get
I'll
Ak.
follow
But it's
Pushkar.
Demoness, you idiots.
Yeah, sure.
These two are the only ones.
Don't
These
mind.
two are the only ones that are sus now.
Let's go. They fucking fumbled around and shit, but they got there.
Yeah, fucking hell yeah.
Wait, I was disconnected.
Yeah,
Quantum was the other one, right?
Yeah.
I was.
Good
was
job,
Quantum and
boys.
Demoness.
Ak, good shit, dude. Good shit.
No, I'm not gonna do
was
What
it?
the fuck? I got disconnected.
My bad.
It was Quantum and Demoness, right?
Me and me and Romero are dream.
If someone else wants to join the thing, please please do.
Romero dream team.
I think we have space for 1 or 2 more people.
Yeah, in that first kill electrical, Demoness and Quantum. I was checking
Got
on.
your voice. Got off.
Me and Sunny were
What is it called?
at the time.
Can you-
Are we playing another game, by the way?
Now COI?
Quantum, what?
No, we're gonna start COI in a bit.
Shit just happens.
We'll probably play like a couple more games and then we'll go.
If I'm an imposter, it will freak him out. If I'm innocent, it will freak him out more. It's gonna follow Zaza.
Wait, repeat. Romero, what were you saying? What were you saying?
When me and Zaza team up, shit just happens.
Can someone send the lobby code, please?
Okay,
Make a lobby.
we're
Zaza,
still
make a lobby.
playing. We're still playing.
Zaza, I'm following.
Sid, how's it going, man? How you doing?
So can someone else make the lobby and send it?
Oh, okay, I'll make it.
Are you still playing?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
still playing.
Yeah.
Ah, give me the code.
Yeah,
Okay.
give the code, give the
Okay, 1 second, Dr. Z, 1 second. Rest. Chill.
He's so eager.
code. So
God, we start the game without her 7 times and she's all, you guys keep starting without me. God.
Oh, here's the code.
I'm not mad.
Just disappointed, right?
Just disappointed.
At this one, I am mad.
no, one thing. Wait, Romero, did you make the game chat for Dr. Z?
Yes, it's quick chat. Yay, I joined.
Alright boys, alright we're gonna be imposter this time.
My ping is clear.
I feel it, okay? First thing we're doing, we're killing Dr. Z, okay? Because she hasn't played, so we're gonna kill her so that she doesn't get to play this time either. This is the strat, hold on.
Oh, new maps. You guys
No
want
new
the
map.
other map?
No new map.
Okay, what are you guys?
If I get disconnected again, I will just burn the phone.
Okay, is everyone here?
Don't throw the phone.
We're at 369. Well, there's
I think
13.
everyone is here.
Well, there's 13 people in VC. I don't know if.
But I hope.
Lucius isn't here.
I said if I get disconnected again,
Plague,
I will
we're gonna
just
start.
burn
We're
the
gonna
phone
start in
and
a little
Wi-Fi.
bit. Okay, I'm really sorry. We're just having such a good time. It's so good.
Next people. Oh, my ping is
I'm following you.
What exactly did you found Quantum as an imposter? What was the logic behind that?
Oh,
Give me imposter. Give me imposter. Give me imposter. You bitch. Oh my god. Cringe. Gather info. Eh? How do I do this? What is this? I've never had this. I've never add info to notes, interrogate.
Zaza hates me so much.
As soon as there's a murder, I can start
Zaza
investigating.
hates
Okay,
me so
dope.
much he died to get away from me. Like DC'd away. Get away from me.
And of course, I'm the one who dies first. This is so cringe. I fucking hate you guys. Oh my god. So cringe. Why is it always me? This is so cringe.
Almost every single time.
Don't scream. Who found the body? Sunny. Where was the body?
Near the admin.
Near admin.
Oh my god, this is so fucking cringe. They always kill me first. These guys are fucking dickheads. Y'all are stream snipers.
Was it Sunny?
Am I the first? I am the first to die. This is so cringe.
Wiz was with Sunny. And how did Demon see that? And
I hear the kill.
Who the fuck killed me? I can't remember.
How the fuck?
Oh, it was
I heard the
Ignotus.
sound of the
Ignotus, this
victim.
little fucker. Oh, he got away with it too.
Hmm.
Oh wait, that's Dr. Z. Oh my
I
god.
was with Burn.
Oh, she killed me first because I said I was gonna kill her first. Oh, this bitch.
I was in Medway.
This
I was
bitch.
with Burn.
I beg of you.
Nah, Pushkar, you can join next game. Oh my god, this is so cringe.
But where were you?
Burnt was with me.
Lucius, if you are playing, please
With
talk.
Romero.
Lucius is with me in electrical, but I don't trust
Where were
him.
you exactly? Where were you?
I was in communication.
Karma, actually. What did you expect when playing Among Us in Big 2025? Yeah. Yeah, no,
I was
not
in
my fault.
communication. So
So
with
no-
Burn, so it's either Sunny, Demoness are the prime suspects right now.
Or
Yeah,
me,
they are
I'm
right.
sure you haven't sussed me enough.
Dr. Z is.
Yeah, you-
Oh
It's
yeah, yeah. Who
Dr.
was
Z.
Quantum with? He was
Lucius.
with Zaza, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
followed Zaza, and Zaza DC'd to get away from me.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
So guys, how's your day going? You know what? Since I just fucking apparently have time to talk, I'm not fucking doing any tasks, okay? Either these guys figure it out or they don't. I'm done.
Nah,
It's
okay,
right
nah.
off.
Where was True
Yeah,
Shadow?
we're in the storage.
I was in Medway.
Medbay. Who is Fundus? Fusden? And Ignotus?
Uh,
Who-
First Dan is 9.
That's me, that's me.
Who's Ignotus?
I have no idea.
The
Oh.
hell is that?
Oh wait, Ignotus is not Dr. Z? Who's Ignotus?
Random name generator.
I legit have no idea who the fuck that is. So
After elimination, who is it?
okay, I'm voting for Sunny.
So who's Ignotus?
I have
I'm
no
voting
idea.
Romero just cause.
Oh, maybe it's Death? No, that's Sunny.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm voting Romero now. If he, if I
No,
die,
wait,
it's
no.
fine. If he DC's,
Oh, maybe Sua's
I'm voting.
Ignotus. Oh, maybe it's Sua.
I would have put it.
Who for this?
Next is Demoness.
Oh, maybe it's Sua.
Demoness, then it's Aki.
Someone keep an eye on Romero, please.
I'm suspicious
You're
of
voting
Romero.
all the Indians.
They said I was with Naya.
Yeah, I think
Sua
someone
is.
needs to
Oh,
look
Sua's
at
true
Romero.
shot. So who the fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying.
Romero and Burnt.
Burnt, I'm gonna protect you, buddy.
I was there with them.
I'm gonna protect you, don't you worry. My priest, I will be with you.
Lucius doing the task.
Why is Lucius?
I can see the words.
Bro, don't talk.
I was the other oh, fuck you. Oh, so he's alone then. Okay. Okay, goated. Goated stuff. Alright. So then let me just follow him around if he's the only one, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Ah! It's Ignitus! It's Chituri!
You.
Ah!
Call a meeting, dude. Call a meeting. Don't panic.
Ooh, did they say something? Do they know something?
I saw
Naya, please mute
I,
yourself.
I do, but I'm not doing them. Fuck it. Either they figure it out or they lose. I
I
don't care.
can't come out. If I come out, it will just leave the game. Anyway, it was
Don't
Ignitus.
There's a
Ignitus.
shapeshifter.
Dr. Z,
Yeah.
let her cook. Hold on. She's goaded.
I
Where's the body?
saw a shapeshifter. What?
I saw the remains.
Remains.
I saw someone shape into Ignitus.
Oopsie,
Who is that
Aki's
someone?
I be devil.
I don't know. I just
Oh,
saw
maybe
it just
Ignotus is
pop out.
devil. Maybe
Who was with
Eight.
you?
I was with Romero.
Lucius is
How it is
Lucius.
storage?
Demoness.
Yeah,
There's no
I
demon.
Romero
Ah,
is
wait, we have Demoness.
Romero
Burnt is
Romero
burnt.
can't-
ran past me. because
Dr.
I'm-
Z is
Burnt was also
Fuston.
with us, I think.
Pushkar, I guess it could also
I was
be.
with them, but
Yeah.
So
I
who was in
was
it?
lied to.
Anyway,
One more? Yeah, we'll probably do one more, Zaza, and then I'll
Lucius was
Someone
there.
just
and then
they
I'll
were
do
next
my
to the
like
storage.
regular starting games,
I'm
and then we'll start. Okay. Burnt is my bro. Burnt is my priest. I will always protect him. Okay. Did they get Ignotus? Did they get Ignotus? Come on, get him.
Ignitus. Oh,
Who the fuck is Ignotus?
Who is this?
no idea.
No idea.
Someone just opened the chat.
These guys are
and
fucking
not
idiots.
joining and then trolling us.
Amnesiac, it was Ignotus. Oh my god, this is so cringe.
I don't know why Shadow was ejected.
I'm gonna follow him so that I can protect. I'm not gonna protect you, you fuck. These guys are so stupid. Nah. This shit is harder than it looks. Lucius. Lucius, no. Wait.
Bro. Dr. Z, you saw that, right?
Lucius ran into Lucius.
No.
There was two of
In
me.
between
I was trying to follow them, but then we got
reactor
this
and
report.
lower engine.
Yeah, I saw a me run out. I was following that to see who they would transform back into.
Wait, Dr. Z is hella sus, but I don't know now.
It's not
So
Dr.
Dr.
Z.
Z.
Trust
Dude,
me.
Okay.
I
saw her
saw
do,
another me.
I saw her
Dude,
do,
Lucius is like running. He stopped. He's like,
what's
Okay.
it called?
there's no
I
fucking
saw
way. He starts
another
following
me
him.
in electrical, running from reactor to electrical. I was following them. See who they would transform back
No,
into
no,
and the
Amnesiac.
report
It's
was
it's
called.
Ignotus. That's the
Right,
only
then
one.
it's
Not Dr.
Demonus
Z.
or
Dr. Z
Ignotus.
was there.
Then Demonus or
Vote
Ignotus.
Vote
Demonus
Ignotus.
went with me
Vote
towards
Ignotus first.
reactor, so it isn't him.
Remember, where were
Okay, then
you?
it's Ignotus. I was alone in where is it again?
That's
It
coming.
did Ignotus
Navigation.
over Mel.
Vote
Navigation.
Ignotus
Actually,
first,
I don't know,
then
because
Ramiro.
Ramiro was pretty clean the last 2 months.
I think I'm voting for Ramiro too.
Yeah, I think it's Romero.
Hey, don't vote me,
Plague,
vote
it's not
Ignotus,
honestly
please.
that good. It's just that with friends,
Ignotus
it's
is
really,
very
really
good,
fun. So,
Okay, fine. Romero, no. Who the fuck?
good fucking shit, boys.
Oh, that was easy.
Says this.
Feels so weird because I saw another me.
How it feel to meet your doppelganger.
Dude, that was the funniest shit ever. Lucius is like running casually, runs into another Lucius, starts following him like, ayo, what the fuck? It's so funny.
I saw another me and I started following him.
Because he's sitting there, he's like, I can't call a meeting, but I know I have to. He's like, what do I do?
Is Adam involved?
We can get one more person if someone wants to join, by the way. That's obviously the code right there.
I was the
Help, that was...
I was
Oh my god, that was actually... Oh, that was Ignotus. Oh, from the stream. Oh, that's who it was. He's not in VC.
Oh.
Ah, I was like, who the fuck? Okay, no, Ignotus, for your first game, you did pretty good, man. You got, as the only imposter, you got pretty close.
I think it's because Ignotus was a new guy. We had no prejudice against him.
This is true, yeah. We all hate each other secretly, so.
Otherwise, we all go for me, Sunny or whatever.
We had no negative impulses on Ignotus.
Start.
All right, we're at 12 people, so just start. Ignotus, we're on Easy's Discord if you're there. If you're not, let me know. I can send you the link. Zaza was the other imposter, Manish.
Me and Romero. Romero, where are you? Yo, game is
No,
lagging.
thanks, Amnesiac.
I might get DC any time.
Where was weapons again?
Right on the cafeteria. Right side of the cafeteria, actually. Come here. It's here. This is weapons.
Ah, I see.
Please don't talk.
Dude, I'm goated. Just did the swipe in one. Join or else, yeah. there's anyone dead around here. Doing my duty. A good teammate. Up. Alright, done all my tasks. Now we just run around waiting to get killed or ideally find another body. Nothing in here. Good. Shadow, please don't kill me. Okay, Zaza's definitely not the imposter because we just saw him do that. I know Zaza's good. Pushkar's probably gonna die. Okay. Okay. Back. Let me go over to the left. I haven't seen what's happening. Maybe a dead body over here for all I know. Nothing in. Dude, what the fuck is happening? No one's dead? We're almost done the tasks. Who are the dog shit imposters here? Get it together. What? Oh. Not getting me today, Ak. Oh. It's probably Ak who's gonna kill Burnt when he walks in here. No? What the fuck is going on? We're almost done the tasks. Oh! Wait, who was that? Who is that? Oh, it's Gray. Okay, Gray. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Lucius. It's Lucius. It's Lucius.
Doctor Z is there, by the way.
No. Boys. It's Lucius. I'm telling you.
So,
I saw.
hey.
Who else saw it?
Bodies in reactor.
Bodies.
What is in reactor?
Reactor. Oh, okay. So the body. Okay, so that might be a different one because there was another body that I saw in Shields. I saw someone run past it, but I didn't catch the name, so I started following them, and it was Lucius. I went back to report the body, but in time, I guess the other body was reported. So I know Lucius is one of them because I saw him just run straight past a body.
Pushkar, what are you doing in Medbay just standing near a vent doing nothing?
Okay, with a track record for dying, if he's not dead yet, he should be the imposter.
What the fuck is this logic? What is this logic?
Okay, my suspect
This bitch just said I should have died, and if I didn't die.
We're forgetting one thing. No, we're forgetting one thing.
Dude, this
I think
bitch.
It's Romero.
Yeah,
It's
just
not
come
I think
to
it's
the
not with
It's
the task,
Romero.
and we don't need.
That is
Yeah,
true.
just
They said this themselves. If Zaza is dead, it's Romero.
Okay, it's not
I'm
me,
gonna
okay?
go.
No, it's burnt
Okay.
It's burnt and Luis.
No, guys, okay, fine. Okay, you can vote me out. Just do me a favor. If you vote me, please vote Lucius next, because it's him. Vote me. That's fine. I'm not. Whatever.
Lucius is telling it's me. Fuck it.
Lucius is saying he was with Romero. It's not Lucius. Lucius is saying basically that.
Zaza, you're dead. Why are you speaking?
Fuck, I made the wrong
dubbing.
decision. I read that wrong.
I'm dubbing his messages basically.
I read that wrong.
Romero.
It's not me, it's burnt and Luis.
Romero. Dude, it's
Just do
Romero.
your task.
Zaza's
Just
dead, it's
Not an
Romero.
imposter.
I got
Two
that
imposters
wrong.
remaining. I told you we is imposter.
Oh my god, it's Dr. Z. Oh no. Yeah, just don't vote anyone out. That way, unless someone throws you out, you win.
Fix.
Okay, I'm gonna go find Dr. Z. I'm just gonna follow her around so that she thinks I am bad at this game. I'm just gonna follow Dr. Z around just to scare the fuck out of her. Okay, it was
Okay,
it
it
was
was not
it was
green.
light gray, not dark gray.
Okay,
Turns
It was
out it
fucking
was not green.
quantum.
Okay,
My
where
game
was
was
that?
lagging a bit, so I
Lucius.
was standing still for it.
I think we should go with
I'm
Romero.
so sorry, Lucius.
I
It was
think we should
light
vote
gray, not
Romero
dark
out.
gray. I'm
No,
colorblind.
Domino,
Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
was with Demoness.
It was
I was with
it was
Demoness.
quantum, not you.
If
Oh
Zaza
yes,
dies,
I remember. I
it's
saw you with
Romero.
Demon.
If
At
Romero
least
dies,
for
it's
now, it's not
Zaza.
No. It's burnt. It's burnt. Burnt.
You can vote me first if you want, but
These guys are no. It's quantum and someone else. And Demon
Yeah,
S.
but
Oh,
Is it
Demon
Naya?
S. Okay.
Naya is cleared.
Oh
Oh
Naya
my
is
god.
cleared.
Yeah,
was in
Dr. Z, you
security.
fucking idiot.
She did the meteor task.
Okay, wait. Who has task left? I have one task
Zaza
left.
says
Where's
Demon
task
S. I'll
left?
take his
I
word for it.
completed mine.
I have completed all my tasks.
2 rounds ago.
Okay, I have one more task left. Shadow.
Romero, I will
Dude,
stay
can't
with
trust
you
Dr.
so that
Z
you
with
can do your
shit,
task.
bro.
Okay,
Okay.
you stay with me. You stay with me.
Okay, I will stay with Romero.
This is so cooked. This is not fun. This is so cooked.
Complete
It's my
task.
fault. Dude, I got Lucius killed. I feel
Just
so
stay
bad.
with someone.
I read
Stay
light
with
gray as
groups.
You're
dark
gonna be
gray.
with me?
Just stay with groups with anyone. I'm staying with Naya. Naya, follow me.
It's Romero.
Naya, follow me.
Oh,
Nobody
dude.
kills
I
Naya,
got
okay?
poor fucking
Naya,
Lucius.
follow me.
He didn't even do anything.
Nobody killed Nine.
It's too dark, Romero. I can't see anything. Let's go to.
Mute.
Dude, why can't I type? What the fuck? What is Dr. Z on? She's just like giggling to herself. I'm done my tasks, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Oh, they won. They so won. They so won. This is so cooked. Eh?
Yes.
It was you, Demoness? It was you, Demoness?
Okay.
It was, dude.
Demoness said
I was
quantum.
just about to kill. I was just.
Okay,
Dude.
we and Romero went together.
Dude, I'm so stupid. I feel so bad.
You know the funny thing? I thought there was only 2 people there and I could get a double kill, but there were like 4 people there. Like on top of each other, and yet no one
Watch
found
this,
me.
right?
Dude, I feel
Bro,
so bad.
these
I
guys-
saw Quantum, but he was like light gray, and I thought it was Lucius who was dark gray, and I got poor Lucius
guys
killed.
have
Electrical.
These guys killed
It
the
was literally
best player
mental
first.
electrical.
These guys killed the best player first.
I was the one. I was the one.
The best player.
Yeah, I pretty much saw Demoness
So,
vent.
so Romero and I
Okay.
were supposed to stay together.
You could have been
And
in a
these
group of
two came and killed us both on the
Okay,
spot and left.
Dude, when Dr. Z said the fact that I'm still alive means that I'm the imposter, I was so ticked. Holy fuck.
Okay, for some reason it just looks like everyone wants to kill me.
That was so fucking because I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, I don't have
I
a
just have
rebuttal to that
apologize
argument. What the
Lucius.
fuck?
Lucius, I have to apologize to you. That was by accident I voted for you. I'm sorry.
Lucius, I'm sorry. I
Romero.
don't see color.
Romero, listen.
It was fucking Quantum. I'm so sorry.
Romero, listen.
Yeah.
Romero, I was with you. Demoness was with
Wait,
you.
Pushcart took
and,
my color, piece of shit.
Lucius was with you. You and Lucius went ahead, but Demoness stayed behind, and I
Wait,
died.
Romero, can we start?
What does this
Yeah,
imply?
yeah.
What does
That's
I
the
didn't
point.
see.
Alright, last game and then I'm out.
There was
Oh,
electricity.
dude, this
down.
is so.
That's the only reason I did that. There was
Lord in
electricity
heaven,
down.
please give
I
me
didn't see any
imposter.
of that.
This is so cringe. I don't even want to do my shit. Fuck off.
Romero, follow
Oh
me.
my
Romero, follow
God.
me. Just follow me.
Wow, there's a lot more tasks. The Honor of Kings. Yeah, I've never played Honor of Kings. I don't know what that game is, honestly. I mean, I'm happy to give it a shot, but I don't know what. Like, I'll have to like. What is that game? I don't know anything about it. I saw the collab was coming out because I saw it on the Instagram for the Lord of the Mysteries. But that game is. Oh.
Could you guys please just let one guy do this?
What the fuck is this?
You who was doing the.
Dude, card swipe twice in a row first try. I'm actually goated as fuck. Dude, is Burnt killing me? Why is he just following me? I'm done all my time. Need 2 more? Oh. Just me. Do I refill this? Oh, I'm done.
Ah!
What the fuck?
Can you not? You're right. Where was the
Yeah,
How
body?
long for just one?
Where was the body?
Sound effects. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in admin.
Okay.
I was
Where
everywhere.
was the body?
The thing is,
I can
the thing is, I
hardly believe
saw someone venting, but I forgot to remember who it was.
Oh,
It was
fuck.
me.
I mean,
Amazing.
I saw Quantum venting.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
was
saw-
not sure if he was
Everyone
an engineer
saw me
or
vent.
was not. So
I saw
Okay, okay.
Quantum and
do it
Would you
yet.
like to take the bet?
Wiz is 100%
No, I'm
clear.
asking.
I
Lucius!
saw him do 3
Are you-
Lucius, who?
tasks in a
Lucius,
row.
did you see who vented?
Burnt is
Yeah,
not-
it's
Burnt
me.
is not an imposter.
Yeah, it's
And
me. I
trash.
vented.
Wait, can
Guys,
you
guys.
shut up? Can you shut
Guys,
up? Okay, wait.
one at a time. One at a time.
Where was the body?
Romero.
Where was the body?
Cafeteria.
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 Who was there?
I think Burnt is
Anyone
singing me,
else?
my goat, my priest. Let's go.
No, not
I did
Okay.
see him, but I can't remember who it was.
Guys,
Romero was in
Guys,
navigation.
I think it's Shadow.
Okay, there is something else. Something else
Guys,
I want to say.
Guys, hear
I
me
was
out.
walking-
I think we
I
vote
was
out
walking
Dr.
past-
Z, okay?
And
No.
I
think we
saw
voted
someone
Zaza.
venting, and Lucius was there. Lucius was not the one
Dr.
venting.
Z sees someone
But
vent
I'm
and
going
doesn't
to
see
vote
the
Zaza.
name. That's
I was
suspicious.
with you guys in the. I was with you guys in the navigation.
It's suspicious.
I just want to vote her out
You
because
don't
what
know.
she said last time.
Navigation
See who
is-
This is a
went.
personal
Why
vendetta. I
went
don't give a
this
shit.
place?
And
Why
you,
was this
and
navigation?
Quantum, you were the one. And Quantum, you were the one that vented. No, you were more sus.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you like to take the coin flip
Zaza,
on me?
just explain why, Shadow.
Because he was with no one.
Zaza's
Everyone
saying
else is
Shadow
with
because
someone.
Zaza's actually the imposter.
Yeah, Zaza's
Shadow,
imposter.
do you
I
want to
voted
say
Zaza.
I was with Shadow until the cafeteria kill. I was with Shadow and then I go down. I don't know.
Oh, so Shadow was in cafeteria.
Yeah, Shadow was in cafeteria. That's which means.
That's
So
what
I have my
think he
suspicion
went
is
I was
right.
going
I
there,
think he
then
went left.
when I went to like admin, the door closed. Right then and there.
I will just vote for Dr. Z the entire time. I do not care.
I have no idea.
I guess Wiz
I think
is
it's
clear.
Shadow. I think it's Shadow.
I voted Zaza.
Devil can confirm that it's not me, okay? And I can confirm that it's not Devil. Or sorry, Burnt. Sorry,
Okay, my
Burnt. Sorry, my
suspicion
bad.
is on
Burnt.
Lucius.
I was the one who
Dude,
vented, don't worry.
The fact that
Can you
Burnt's
stay
name
with
is now
me? Can you
Devil's
stay with
Burnt
me?
Toast is so fucking confusing. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, how many fucking tasks are there? I feel like I've done 8. Asking how far you were going to read, but then they have art. That's a great fucking question. What chapter do we leave off on?
Remember, follow me.
I can burn. Like that burns alive this entire time means Ak isn't the imposter either. So it's not Ak, me, Burn, Romero. That's 4 people out of the running. Oh.
Why would you do that?
Why?
Okay.
Remember
That's
the
awesome.
source.
Okay. Oh wait.
Remember there was a
I'm
body, we knew
detective.
where it was and we
I'm
reported.
No,
to the
I'm
emergency
detective.
button.
I'm
The
detective.
body.
I-
If someone
Guys,
died in
shut-
security.
You were
Okay,
Guys,
let
Romero's
Romero talk.
detective.
Let
Shut the
If
Romero
fuck
someone
up.
died in security.
Let Romero
Let Romero talk.
I'm
Romero
detective.
Fixie.
True Shadow said he was not in cafeteria when fucking Sunny was killed. I interrogated
That's
him.
something that's weird for now.
He was in cafeteria.
okay.
So it's
I
True
think
Shadow.
Bond was
My suspicion was correct.
I think it's True Shadow
And
and
you
Zaza.
guys
Security got knocked down.
saw me do med bay.
Yeah.
I-
It can't be Romero. Romero
I
did-
will
Romero-
also
it can't
say,
be Romero.
sorry, I will
It
also
can't be
say
Romero,
that
it
this
can't be
body
Lucius.
was found in security, and I saw Lucius running the other way when I was
It's not
heading to
Lucius.
No,
security.
it's not
It's not Lucius? Okay.
Lucius
No,
did
no,
med
no.
bay.
I think I
Lucius
kind of suspect Lucius too.
No,
No, it's not
Lucius
Lucius.
did med
Because
bay.
It's not Lucius
It
or
can't be
Zaza.
Lucius.
Not Lucius.
It
But I
can't
think
be
Zaza's
Lucius.
guilty.
Okay, like I can
It's
like
Shadow.
like I can be sure that it's not Romero, me, or Ak. I know these 3 people. I know it's not.
I know it's not Zaza and Lucius.
Okay,
It's-
so
it can't-
Zaza
it
and
can't be
Lucius.
Quantum.
So in
So
that
for
case,
now, just
the
watch
ones
for
so the
True
ones that
Shadow.
are in so the ones that are
But you
suspicious
will.
so the ones that are possible
Let's
then for
watch
me
True Shadow for now.
are
No,
Quantum,
no, Dr. Z,
Shadow,
where were you?
Pushkar, Demon
think-
S, and Dr. Z.
I think Shadow or Demon S. I think it's Shadow and Demon S.
Guys,
I
Dr. Z,
also
where were you?
suspect Naya.
I am
Where
also
was
I'm
I'm
where were you,
suspicious
Dr.
of
Z?
Pushkar. I haven't
Where
seen
was
him at
Berg's
all.
body? Where was Berg's
Where were
body?
you?
It was in security.
Security. Okay.
Yes.
I think it's Shadow and
Romero,
I
are you
think
sure
it's
it's
Shadow
not
and
True
Demon S.
Shadow?
I think it's
You
Shadow and
saw
Demon S.
security or nearby?
Wait,
where
does
were
anyone
you?
know anything about Pushkar? Because I feel like I haven't seen him at all.
Yeah, I saw him like just by the end near cafeteria.
Okay.
Till now.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Pushkar around. If I die, it's him.
I'm gonna follow Naya.
I'm gonna.
Who's following Dr. Z?
Quantum.
Quantum. Alright, base.
Okay.
Romero, stay with me. Romero, Quantum, stay with me.
Quantum, let's go midday.
Could be given a suspect.
Could be a Pushkar. Wanna juke me? Dude, he's trying so hard to throw me off. Little fucker. Dude, it might be him. He's trying so hard.
Okay, I know this sounds bad, but it was not me. I just went to electrical.
Okay, where was the body, Pushka?
We found the body in upper engine.
Upper engine.
Upper engine.
Yeah, it was just 5 per second.
Okay, I was
Wait.
admin. I was admin. Just so you know, I was admin.
Nah, you came to admit at the last moment.
I was with.
I went to okay. I was with okay. Listen, I was with Pushkar. I was with Pushkar. I was with Pushkar and Viz. They went to the engine side, and I went below. I went down to.
Can you guys
I did see him in cafeteria. Yeah, I did lose him in.
Okay.
I did lose him in
then it's
cafeteria.
Naya.
But
Then it's Naya and Demoness.
It's I think it's Demoness.
No,
Let's vote Demoness
look.
first. Let's vote Demoness first.
let's start
then Naya.
Demoness first. If that doesn't do it, then we go with Dr. Z next time.
Quantum was there, and so was Naya and Aki.
Quantum and
Okay,
I
wait.
were together
Wait.
upstairs. He
Dr.
came
Z,
and we
Dr.
both
Z.
went
No, like I
together.
can, no, like I know
Dr.
it's
Z,
not
use the
Ak. I
Aki.
can say it's not Ak for sure.
It's not Aki. It's not Aki. Okay. I said Demoness.
I will vote Demon.
Why? Just why?
I have
Quantum was
three
also
suspicions.
there.
I have three suspicions. Demoness, Naya, and Aki. It's either three of them.
Yeah.
I
Even
don't.
if
The
I die,
the
his
reason I
instinct is
don't
to
think it's
blame me.
Ak is I know Ak was with Burnt the entire first round, and Burnt survived the first round. I saw like
and
they were
Burnt's
together
dead.
the entire time. But the first round
Okay,
they were
that
together.
was,
Yeah, yeah, but he
Pushkar,
died in the
vote.
second round.
Pushkar, vote.
Okay.
It's either Demoness or Dr. Z.
I don't
I
think
think
it's
it's
Pushkar.
I think it's Aki or Demoness. I think it's Aki or Demoness. To be honest.
Yeah, same. No, I think it's Demoness or Dr. Z. Not sure about
I
that.
think
It's not me.
It's Demon as a doctor.
I know, but I
Why
just
would
like
I-
to say, Zaza's instinct is to blame
Let's
me even when I'm
go.
dead.
Let's go,
I am the
baby.
best. I am the best Among Us player of all time.
Zaza,
I
you
was
keep blaming me.
so glad in this.
He lost in the fraud.
500 ping in this.
All right, boys. I'm gonna
I
leave
am
the
the
game.
best.
I'm gonna actually go read.
I am the best player of all time.
Who the fuck?
Okay.
Bye. All right. It's time to actually start doing what the actual fucking stream title is. Holy shit, we've been procrastinating. Let's go. Okay, COI. So, let's go. All right, we're on chapter 34, 35. I don't know. 35 differences. That's not the right one. Oh, so the time loop just happened. The music's gonna be really loud. Fine now. Okay, go. All right, boys. Let's get this started. All right, we're gonna push for stream for about a little over 2 hours or so. We're gonna read, and we'll go from there. It's about as strong as the last time, Lumion muttered to himself as he looked at the corpse of the monster. Before the time reversal, he had been exactly even with this monster, relying on his intelligence to defeat it. But now, as a monster, he needed only one swing of his axe to kill it. Of course, he had the advantage of already experiencing the same sequence of events and knowing the monster's strategy. This allowed him to anticipate its moves. The contrast between before and after made Lumion feel as though he had gone a significant improvement. After pondering, he moved the monster's corpse and head to the corner, but did not hide it under rocks, wood, and mud, leaving it exposed along with the blood on the ground. Lumion then half-searched the collapsed building and found the remaining 197 Vril d'Or and 25 kopay, categorizing them into his pockets. He flipped through the Livre Bleu again and found nothing out of the ordinary. Once he had completed his search, he snuck deeper into the ruins. However, only after 20 to 30 meters he changed course and returned to the original point. Following the path the skinless monster had taken while alive, he nimbly climbed onto the half-collapsed roof. After making... So he's trying to follow in the footsteps of the monster so that the... Compared to your music's a bit loud? Oh, sorry. So that the hunter monster isn't able to track him because it'll get lost in the footsteps of the previous monster and then he can get the jump on him. After making the necessary preparations, he hid. Minute by minute, Lumion waited like an experienced hunter. After an unknown period of time, a figure emerged, the same monster that had previously given Lumion his characteristic. With its half-human, half-beast appearance, bent knees, greasy black hair, and a shotgun on its back. The shotgun monster appeared cautiously, as if on its daily patrol. Suddenly, it sniffed the air and detected the blood in the distance. It changed direction and headed towards the half-collapsed building. Following the trail of blood, the monster found the skinless monster's corpse and head. It squatted down to examine it. On the half-collapsed roof, Lumion shook his head and muttered, "You can't even smell me from here? Even with the smell of blood, you shouldn't have missed me." Oh, dude, I love how fucking cocky he is. He's been a hunter for 4 seconds. He's like, amateur, he cannot even distinguish my smell from his. Oh, he has truly no depth of character at all. Damn, bro. As he muttered, he raised his axe and struck hard at the crevice in the stone beside him, as he had prepared earlier. Crash! The half-collapsed roof shook and heavy rocks crashed down. "Luvian, no worries, man. I appreciate you popping by. Thanks, buddy." The shotgun monster reacted quickly, twisting its waist and kicking its feet, lunging towards an uncollapsed area. Lumion smiled and swooped down from the intact roof like an eagle grabbing its prey mid-air. In the midst of the howling wind, Lumion and the monster clashed in mid-air. Lumion raised his axe with one hand, while the desperate monster tried to turn around and block. Lumion clenched his left hand into a fist and punched down. As the monster extended its arm to block, Lumion opened his palm and reduced his strength, grabbing the monster's arm. As Lumion pulled back his left hand, he cleaved down the axe with his right. The blade struck the monster, and they both fell into a pool of blood. Lumion, who had the buffer pad, was not affected by the impact. He raised his hand and cleaved the monster's head from its body once again. Despite its unwillingness, the head rolled twice and separated. "You've weakened," Lumion sneered. "All you have is a terrifying shell, nothing more than a stuffed scarecrow." Dude, he's so fucking cocky. He's so fucking cocky. As a hunter, he was confident in dealing with the monster again, but he hadn't expected it to be so easy. Looking at the corpse on the ground, Lumion waited for the characteristic to appear. However, no sign happened. No sign of the dark red light appeared. "This is just you?" So mean. What the fuck, dude? "Nothing," Lumion muttered. He wasn't surprised. Last time, he had obtained the shotgun monster's characteristic and turned it into a potion, and had already consumed it. Since the time reversal didn't turn me back into to an ordinary person, the characteristic in my body hasn't disappeared. It means there is one less characteristic here. Shotgun monster's only back to its living state, essentially lacking all that is important. The question now is, why am I the same as before the time reversal? He had no answer, so he decided to loot the copper coins from the monster and leave. Yeah, but it'd be like a Sequence 9 characteristic. I mean, don't get me wrong, he could make bank that way. Just every night, just hop back in, collect like, how much it would be a Sequence 9 characteristics? 150 to like 300 gold coins or whatever? Like, it'd be fucking expensive. He'd be making bank. Klein in this situation, both if this weak monster is the king of angels in disguise, actually. The next morning, Lumion didn't feign a headache in front of his sister like he had on March 30th. Instead, he got up, prepared breakfast, including toast, eggs, and sliced bacon. Aurora was surprised. "Oh, you're so diligent. I thought you wouldn't be able to get up after drinking so much yesterday." "Just a glass of apple whiskey and a glass of absinthe. How is that too much?" What's there to be proud of? Aurora shook her head. Other than wine, other beverages are unhealthy and affect your brain. No wonder you're becoming more and more stupid, my drunkard brother. Why is wine the exception? Lumion asked. Because I like it, Aurora said. Challenging Lumion to retort, but Lumion said nothing. After breakfast, he stayed home and kneaded dough instead of going out. Did you cause trouble? You're so obedient. Tell me, I won't beat you up. At most, I'll just give you another combat class. Oh no, nothing, Lumion deflected. I find things in the village are getting weirder and weirder. People are acting more and more abnormal. Do you feel the same, Aurora? Aurora had observed, Lumion had observed that his sister didn't have any memories related to time reversal, but the abnormality in the village had to have started before March 29th. She must have noticed it as a mystery prior. Even you can sense something? Aurora's expression turned serious. Tell me, who are the ones who made you feel this way? As expected, Aurora knew something was wrong, but she didn't expect it to be so serious. Lumion washed his hands and thought. Madame Polly, the Padre, Ponce Benet, the shepherd, Pierre Berry, who returned to the village early? There is indeed something wrong with Madame Polly. I knew something was off about her when she came to Cordoue with the administrator, but she was very restrained. Apart from constantly having extramarital affairs, there was nothing evil about her. I saw something on her. Aurora stopped herself, not wanting to drag Lumion into this world. Constantly having extramarital affairs? Before Lumion found out that Madame Polly was having an affair with the Padre, he found the Madame as a decent lady. He was surprised to find out that she had other affairs as well. She's definitely a demoness, bro. But I'm so curious why Forrest said that she's not from a regular pathway. I don't know what that means. Because, like, if the demoness isn't a regular pathway, then the hunter wouldn't be either because they're interchangeable. But maybe it's something else? Maybe there's more than 22 pathways now? That wouldn't make any fucking sense. As for the Padre, he has the same strong desire for superpowers as you do, but he's never received the blessing of the EBS Church. A guy like Ponce Benet, whose brain is nothing but muscle, can't do anything strange. As for the shepherd, rushing back a few sheep does seem a little off, but I can't tell what's wrong, and I don't dare dig any deeper. They're gender specific, maybe? Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. As one would expect from a sequence 7 of the Mystery Prior pathway, before time reversal I hadn't conversed much with Big Sis about such things. In fact, I overlooked the crucial hint that there could be an issue with Pierre Berry. Yes, I didn't suspect him much back then, I just thought it was odd for him to be back so soon. He then heard a tinkling at the door. The doorbell rang. Who is it? Lumion asked. A telegram for Aurora. A telegram? Who would send me a telegram? Lumion was also puzzled. They hadn't received any telegrams before the time reversal on March 30th. This is gonna be the telegram from the fucking, from the novel or whatever that they mailed out. Which means whatever this time reversal is, it's not universal, it's like space limited, like, Utopia or something. Wait, Lumion thought. I went to the village square early on the 30th to wait for Raymond. Perhaps Big Sis received a telegram and didn't tell me. Lumion opened the door. Outside stood, Bertrand, the administrator's subordinate in charge of telegrams. He handed a piece of paper to Lumion and said, "One Vril door." The brown-haired, brown-eyed Bertrand was not from Cordoue and had come here with the administrator. He looked warm on the outside, but was quite greedy. Lumion tossed a silver coin worth 1 Vril door to Bertrand and looked at the telegram. The author saloon mentioned before is in June. If you're willing, Miss Aurora, you can set off for Trier now. Leave enough time for a tour. We guarantee it will be a very beautiful journey. Signed by the editorial department of Novel Weekly. What? A reply from Novel Weekly? When did I say I wanted to attend the author's saloon? Aurora said. What's wrong with the department? It's so annoying having to meet so many people. Bertrand was well away from the door by now. Lumion was stunned and he suddenly had a guess. The telegram was indeed a reply from the Novel Weekly, but a reply to the telegram he would have sent in a few days. To be more precise, he had sent before going back in time and had received a reply after. In his current experience, that telegram had yet to be mailed. Good. Okay, see, I still got it, bro. See, I got it. Meeting again. Now, I told you this would happen? Oh, when you said it wasn't a time reversal or a time loop, but it was a fate loop? There. Lumion reached a conclusion that if his guess was true, Cordu and the surrounding area were the only places affected by the time reversal. Lumion's thoughts raced, wondering if leaving this place would allow him to return to a normal life. He turned to Aurora and pretended to be guilty. Well, this telegram's my doing. You? Aurora was both angry and amused, but most importantly at a loss, wondering if her brother had pranked her, akin to being pecked in the eye by an eagle despite being an experienced hunter. Lumion explained sincerely, "Here's the thing, haven't I always wanted to go to Trier to take a look? So 2 days ago, I secretly sent a telegram to the Novel Weekly. I wrote it in your style and asked when the nearest author saloon was. As expected, you received an invitation." So that's how it is. She then picked up a wooden stick beside her and gritted her teeth. So the child has grown up. Lumion quit. No, big sis, listen to me, listen to me. Fine. Go ahead, Aurora said. I've always made sure that that others accept any punishment with my best conduct. How can I convict someone without listening to the suspect's statement? Even if you are to die, I will make sure you die knowing why. In Intes, Trier has the most and best universities. I'm going to take the entrance exam soon, and I want to decide where I should apply. Aurora nodded, indicating for Lumion to continue. I believe that as long as I make this legitimate request, you'll take me to Trier. But you'll have to spend your money. But if Novel Weekly sends an invitation, they will not only provide the locomotive ticket and hotel accommodations, but also entertainment expenses. I know you don't need the money, but all the writing you've done was painstaking work. I don't want you to waste it. At least you care about me, but have you considered that I don't want to attend an author saloon? I hate interacting with so many strangers. Aurora, big sis, have you thought the Novel Weekly invited you so warmly not to let you attend the saloon, but to build a good relationship with you? You were a best-selling author. The saloon isn't important. What's important is you. You can find a reason to reject the saloon, and if you're willing to accept the invitation to visit Trier, the people will be happy that you were visiting in the first place. Getting better at reading people. Alright, I have some things to handle and pack our luggage. We'll leave for Trier in 2 days. Send a telegram to them before we leave and ask them to pick us up at the train station. Yes! Lumion couldn't hide his joy. He is clever, he's clever in like a little shit way, but he is clever. Although he suspected it was impossible for him and Aurora to simply walk out of Cordu and find the corresponding source of time reversal, he had to try. Having such thoughts, he had to convince Aurora. Lumion didn't plan on telling Aurora about the time reversal because she had lost her memories. Lumion knew that it was unlikely she would believe such a delusional speculation unless Lumion kept making prophecies that were verified. However, he still pretended that he wasn't aware of the time reversal. He didn't plan on making prophecies for the time being to see if he could discover any clues. Maybe smarter than Klein? Seems like a bit of a stretch to me. Exactly, he's got that street smart, yeah. Using reading as an excuse, Lumion returned to the second floor and entered the study. He sat down and casually flipped open a book to confirm if he had it the right way up. He then sank into his own thoughts, hoping to make sense of the current situation. As his gaze shifted across the space, Lumion saw the blue book on the table. Are you gonna upload Among Us? Fuck no, Zaza. His heart skipped a beat, and he retracted his thoughts. He stretched out his palm and took in the blue book, flipping through it. The pages that were missing some words and had the corresponding holes appeared before his eyes. That letter. He combined the late reply from the Novel Weekly with the letter help of Leia, Ryan, and the others. He now had a new guess. Perhaps that letter was written by me. I'm the murderer. Oh, it's like an Inception sort of thing where he wrote the letter in the past future? Oh, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But then why did he lose his memories of that? Okay. The time reversal may have happened more than once. According to the definition in Aurora's novel, this should be called a time loop. In a previous cycle, I discovered the abnormality through exploratory actions and decided to seek help from the outside world by sending an anonymous letter without implicating Aurora. By the time officials realized the seriousness and sent Ryan and the others to deal with it, Cordu had already begun a new cycle. Like Aurora now, I lost my memories and returned to my initial state. Possibly, but then... Oh... Maybe he kept his memories this time because something like the dream or whatever, the gray fog is like insulating him like Sephira Castle does. Now that begs the question, why are words still missing from the blue book? Logically speaking, it should have returned to its initial state, just like the food I ate in the previous cycle. There are now two possibilities. Firstly, I discovered an abnormality and ask for help before the time loop restarts. Then the relevant memories should be reset. Would there be another reason that caused me to lose my memories? Second, I found a way to keep something from being affected by the loop during that cycle. What could it be? If there is, why don't I just find a piece of paper and write it down? That means even without being a Beyonder, he was moving different, true. He believed that he had already experienced many time loops, but in the previous cycles, his memories and conditions would have been reset. So he didn't notice. The reason why he could retain his memories and the characteristic this time was that he had met the lady and obtained the wand card, and entered the dream ruins and activated the special trait in him. Since the special trait brought by the two symbols allowed Lumion to bring his Beyonder state from the dream to reality, it was possible for them to save his physical condition to the starting point of the cycle. Therefore, even with the monster's condition reset, it failed to retrieve his characteristic. Lumion leaned in his chair and exhaled, and started laughing self-deprecatingly. I've just become a Beyonder and I have to deal with such things? I can't confirm that the request for help was created by me. It may have been Aurora and Madame Polly. As Beyonders, they may have sent something amiss and tried to save themselves in a cycle. With their mysticism knowledge, it's easier for them to find a way to preserve some traces than I can. Nonetheless, a time loop is indeed the best guess. As he pondered, Lumion realized a way to secure the source of the letter. The source was simple. He would enter the dream ruins and flip through the same blue book at home. If the blue book also had missing words, it meant Lumion had created the letter of help himself. The home in the special dream was formed by his subconscious projection onto the mixed ruins. Everything he subconsciously knew would appear there. If not, then it was likely done by Aurora or Madame Polly. Lumion's subconscious wouldn't know about this and wouldn't be responsible for it. If not, then it would have likely been done by Aurora or Madame Polly. Lumion wasn't in a rush to catch up on his sleep. Seeing that it was about time, he snuck out of his house and headed for the old tavern. In the corner of the old tavern, he spotted a familiar figure, the lady who had given him the card and the formula potion. She was wearing a long orange pleated dress and a flounce collar and a lightly frilly hat. Lumion heaved a sigh of relief, like a drowning person who had finally caught a buoy. He quickly walked over and noticed that there was not breakfast items on the table, but 3 stacks of tarot cards. You need me to draw a card? You've already drawn it, the woman said. Lumion felt tears welling up in his eyes. As expected, she was not affected by the time loop. Dude, she's become so strong. No, Zaza, they don't get taken down. She's sitting there, she's like, time reversals? Probably like a sequence 1 or 2's doing. They're strong, for sure. They're strong. But like, you know, if shit hit the fan, we'd handle it. We at the Tarot Club have some exceptionally strong people. The aura's crazy. She doesn't even look up at him, is just dealing with the cards. You've already drawn one. Do you think me to be some kind of plebeian who wouldn't know, you fool? Without beating around the bush, he sat down. The entire village is in a time loop? Yes. You are one of the Circle inhabitants. Circle inhabitant? What does that refer to? People caught in a time loop? There are 2 explanations. The first refers to people that obtained a special power equivalent to a sequence 4 after praying to a certain deity. The second refers to your current situation. You can obtain strength by praying to a hidden god? But to a hidden existence? Wasn't it the case that all pathways relied on consuming potions to advance? In theory, EBS can also bestow the gift of powers without needing the potion. However, it is a burden to him. Do you think what I said makes sense? Lumion is playing Dark Souls and Forza as Firekeeper? That's actually not a bad... Yeah, that's actually not a bad analogy at all. It can only be used as a temporary measure. The more people who need a blessing, the greater the burden. It may in time even begin to affect his state. There are also disadvantages to those who are bestowed. They will slowly become closer to EBS, be it in mind, body, or spirit. Moreover, as it is a gift, they can take it back at any time unless you possess the unique power of certain pathways and secretly complete a certain level of stealing while having the gift. Chapter 37, Dangerous Forest. Oh, we're gonna go into the forest now. Let's fucking go. Hopefully we get something more from forest, though. What do you think of new info? That is new, but it's not unexpected. Like, it makes sense that, like, because the Evernight Goddess was, like, helping Klein, like, she bestowed a certain amount of power to him to allow him to stay awake in dreams and stuff, so it makes sense that, like, gods can do that to a certain extent. Lumion paused for a moment and then said, so the mind, body, and spirit will approach the bestower because the power of the gift carries a brand? He made this inference from the characteristic left behind by the oldest one. Although the bestowment was pure strength and didn't contain characteristic, it was tainted by the owner. Your logical ability is impressive. You should thank Aurora for your education. No need for that reminder, Lumion muttered. Even if the bestower doesn't wish to affect the bestowed, it is difficult to prevent the other party from approaching them mentally, physically, and spiritually because of the power bestowed. Because if the power doesn't contain the bestower's will, it will be challenging for the bestowed to control and will quickly dissipate. Ah, Romero, thanks, buddy. Therefore, the blessings of orthodox gods in this aspect are basically temporary and limited. And if evil gods don't care to what happens to their bestowed, Lumion thought? Beyonders, what I mean is, can people with characteristics still accept gifts? Will the two conflict? There may be some conflict, but not much. Think about it. The power of the gift will transform your body to match that of the bestower. But your body has already adapted to the characteristic, so there will be a conflict until you find a new balance. However, this conflict won't affect your body, your mind or spirit, so you won't lose control unless you're already on the brink. The only problem is that you may have to get used to seeing a third eye and a fourth hand growing on your body. Of course, the prerequisite is that the power bestowed on you will last a long time. The corresponding level has to be high as well, otherwise the little changes in your body can be ignored. What if the gift is from the same or neighboring pathway? Then there will be no conflict, the lady smiled. But that doesn't mean there won't be any physical changes. What does that mean? I thought you'd be more interested about the time loop after learning of the circle inhabitants. It's surprising you're paying attention to this knowledge that may not even be useful to you. That's not like you. That's so interesting. She said that's not like you. Like as in she's saying like, I remember you, or like, I know you, but you don't really know me. So it really is the case that he probably knew, is it possible that she knew him or knew of him in previous cycles that he's forgotten? So she obviously knows a lot more about him. That's why she's like so chill, because to her it's like every 3 or 4 days this fucking idiot comes over, we have like a whole bunch of chats, and then we just redo this again. I wanted to ask if you could help us break the time loop, that he said, but then I remembered what you said before. You claimed that the price for resolving the problem would be the complete destruction of Cordu. Everyone would die. Don't say that, Manny, that's crazy. Everyone would die. If I wanted to achieve a better outcome, I could rely only on myself. I didn't understand it then, but I can guess now. If you want to break the cycle, and you're not a circle inhabitant, the only way is to destroy everything. Correct. Then why didn't you make it clear before? Would you have believed me if I told you that the whole village was caught in a time loop? Probably not. And that's why I didn't tell you. I didn't want to spend a lot of time explaining it to you. Do you know what the key is to breaking a cycle? In what direction I should follow my efforts? Lumion asked. Divination on certain matters is very dangerous here. Eh? If I knew the key, I would tell you. The sooner I solve this, the sooner I can end this journey. When can I have a work-free vacation? If the Padre isn't killed, will the time stop repeating? No. There are many triggers in a loop, including time reaching the 12th night. You can figure the rest out yourself. 12th night. There's a bit of time to investigate. Because I triggered the specialness in my body, I can maintain my memories and characteristics every time I loop? The lady nodded. So as long as I'm alive and continue to investigate, I'll be able to find the key to everything sooner or later? In theory, yes. But you should have realized that only Cordu and the surrounding area is in a loop. Time does pass on the outside, and the date is completely different from Cordu. What? Ramiro, where are we getting this from? What? I'm a fucking traitor. Is there a more stressful job? Have you seen Wolf of Wall Street? Do you know how hard you work? The 3 investigators will send telegrams to describe the village and the situation, and the officials will sense the abnormality once they mention the date. Even if the investigators fail to send a telegram before the cycle restarts, or they don't mention the date, as time passes, the officials will realize the problem. What do you think they'll do when the time loops? They'll just destroy it, like your alternative choice. That can effectively prevent the anomaly from spreading and affecting others. If you have the chance to go to the Sonya Sea in the future, you should ask about Bansi Harbor. It was destroyed due to the Church of Storm due to some kind of corruption. No one escaped. Lumion felt a renewed determination to find the key points of the loop. Like, I don't have much time. He knew he likely had only 3 or 4 more cycles left, and he couldn't have it loop to the 12th night every time. At least you still have a chance. Some people don't even have that. After leaving the tavern, Lumion stood on the road and looked at the pedestrians and the houses around. Everything looked normal. The villagers had the same emotions as people everywhere: joy and anger, desire and longing. However, beneath the peaceful, noisy facade, this village hid an unimaginable horror. Everyone here had fallen into a loop and lived the same few days over and over. Aside from a few people like the Padre, the Shepherd, and Eva Lizier, Lumion was temporarily unable to determine who was innocent. He wasn't 100% sure that Raymond Gregg, who was unusually dim and unscheming, was fine. The Padre's superpowers may have influenced the lad's strange behavior at the end of Lent. For a moment, Lumion felt that Cordu was like a forest, rife with unseen danger. He couldn't tell who was the prey and who the hunter. Caution and patience were the most important to survive in such an environment. Ability, courage, wisdom, and experience had to take a back seat. This is somewhat similar to his vagrant days, yet completely different. As these thoughts surfaced, he felt the potions show signs of digestion. This is the first step of the acting method? Oh, the first step is like to recognize that you live in like a cat or like you live in like a hunter-esque world or like a jungle-esque world, realizing that there's always like hunters and preys, trying to find your place in that and trying to, you know, all that stuff. Okay, cool. That's probably the because I think Dr. Z mentioned this a while back, that every potion has like an internal and external part. So like there's an internal part you need to think about yourself, and then there's an external way like you want to think about the world as a whole. For Hunter, it seems to be that that's the external one, and then the internal one we don't quite know yet. Come on. Hunter. External digestion. Jungle. Kami, how's it going, man? That's pretty fast. I thought it would take a month or two to start. You became pretty excited. Can I digest the potion in a cycle or two? With the help of the Dream Ruins hunting, he might become a Sequence 8 provoker and increase his chance of surviving the time loop. Lumion pondered. You're talking among us skills? Here's the really cool thing. I'm really unlucky. I never get imposters, so it's never me, okay? And I'll probably be the first one to die. What the fuck does it even matter? Lumion pondered as he walked, soon arriving at the village square. His current plan was to chat with the Padre to test him and obtain clues. As he looked around, he saw a figure walking to the church, the shepherd, Pierre Berry. Pierre, why are you back? Lumion asked. Pierre's curly black hair was greasy, and he hadn't shaved in a long time. Isn't Lent almost here? I haven't celebrated in years. I can't miss it this year. His eyes were filled with a gentle smile, and he seemed completely different from the shepherd who had traumatized Lumion before. The answer will be somewhat different from the previous cycle based on the different situation. Since the essence doesn't change, the words might be a little different. Did you make it rich? Lumion asked, looking at Pierre's shoes. Not really. I can see that my cart boss isn't too shabby. He gave me quite a lot of things. Drinks are on me tonight. I would ask him, like, hey, who the fuck is this new boss of yours? That guy seemed immediately suspect. Like, who the fuck is that guy? Alright, Lumion said. Are you going to pray? Pointing to the cathedral. Yeah, it's been too long since I've prayed to God in a cathedral. Although the sentence didn't seem significant, the more Lumion listened, the more he sensed something was off. Shepherds weren't entirely isolated from human settlements. Numerous villages were scattered around the plains and pastures. A high mountain meadow might be desolate, but shepherds would descend to resupply. How could he not find the cathedral? I can't hear. Is the music really loud? Let me know if that's better. Indeed, if Pierre had ventured to Fainapot or Lenberg, locating the Cathedral of EBS would be a fruitless endeavor. However, Lumion couldn't shake the feeling that there was something else amiss. Are you headed to the cathedral as well? Pierre asked. No. I thought there'd be people chatting in the square, but it was empty. I'm going home. See you tonight, Pierre said. After watching the shepherd head to the cathedral, Lumion made his way back to the village. He had decided against having a chat with the padre. His next destination was the home of the shepherd. Ooh. Chapter 38. Dude, how fucking funny would it be if all of this is caused by a sheep? A sheep who's like a sequence 3 or something, like Calvatua? That'd be fucking hilarious. I don't know what he would do against a sequence 3 sheep. I want to be really clear at this point, but it'd still be funny as fuck. Over a dozen members of the Berry family were crammed into a ramshackle 2-story house. Lumion seemed unfazed by the open door and carefully maneuvered around it to the vacant area. Piles of hay and firewood were scattered around the eaves of the clearing, and 3 filthy white sheep muddled with dirt were lingering there. Lumion remembered Aurora mentioning that the sheep Pierre had hurried back with seemed peculiar, but she couldn't pinpoint them or what was unusual about it. That's why Lumion had taken advantage of the shepherd's absence during prayer and the cathedral to inspect the sheep. Although he had never herded sheep himself, he had lived near the pastures in Cordoue, so he had encountered a lot of sheep. After observing them, Lumion couldn't discern any difference between the 3 sheep before him and the others of their kind. I don't see any issues. Do I need some superpowers? Sadly, hunters had no such abilities. Lumion had already utilized his enhanced vision, sense of smell, and understanding of clues, but he couldn't identify any problems. The only oddity he noticed was that the sheep's droppings were piled in one corner rather than scattered everywhere. Of course, there's a high probability that the Berry family cleaned the area to use the feces more efficiently. After several more seconds, Lumion muttered, "Looks like it's just looking and sniffing around isn't enough. Do I need to get hands-on?" He then placed his hands on the fence and jumped over it. The 3 sheep turned their heads simultaneously to look at Lumion. "Come on, time for a checkup." He wasn't concerned that their owner would discover his actions, since he had done similar things more than once. Every family in the village knew that this guy enjoyed playing pranks. Using sheep as props was just part of the antics. You're telling me these guys just see Lumion in with their sheep and they're like, "Ah, there's Lumion, the old sheep fucker. Just ignore him. Everything's fine." What the fuck are we talking about? In Lumion's own words, when your reputation is already tarnished, there are some perks. Alright. With the title of Prankster King, anything he did in Cordoue wouldn't arouse too much suspicion. Even if those who were clearly abnormal caught him red-handed, they wouldn't be able to confirm something was amiss with him. Under normal circumstances, the padre and the shepherd may try to silence him. As such, he needed exercise caution. As if sensing Lumion's ill intentions, the sheep hid behind the haystacks, crying. But how could they escape a hunter? I'm not the only one that says this is getting weird, right? Lumin grabbed a sheep and patted its side while examining its teeth. No issues. Seeing the sheep look at him, he added a wicked grin. You're in excellent health. You'd make a delicious mutton stew. He was testing their intelligence. When there was no problem with the target's body, he could only start from this angle. The sheep's eyes glazed over for a moment. Pretty smart, huh? You get what I'm saying? The sheep's eyes returned to normal. Ignoring me. I'll buy you from the shepherd later and have you for dinner. The sheep remained unresponsive. It bit off a piece of hay and yanked it out. The haystack collapsed, and Lumin's sharp hunter eyes caught a glimpse of something. His expression darkened as he walked over and squatted for a closer inspection. Later this chapter, write down that word, she said. Okay, dope. Thanks, Kami. Walls closing in again, or something else? It was a bundle of black hair containing a few severed fingernails. Hair and fingernails. That would be used for like Vanitas. Okay, thanks, buddy. That'd be used for like curses by like demonesses, right? Like curse transfers, because like when Leonard was getting cursed, he took like a fingernail, wrapped it in a hair, and and transferred the curse to it or whatever. Naroka? Remember what happened to Naroka? Why would this be outside the house? As a native, he was well aware of the burial customs in the Darietch region. Oh, Naroka, I see what you mean. When someone died, their hair and nails had to be cut and hidden somewhere inside the house to maintain their horoscope. Why would this appear outside? Lumin picked up the bundle of hair and nails. It looked quite fresh, as if they had only been cut recently. But no one had died in Cordu recently. Lumin could only suspect that this was some kind of witchcraft, similar to funeral customs. He planned to consult his sister about it later. To avoid arousing suspicion, he stuffed the nails and black hair into the haystack and restored the scene. Having completed that, he walked to the fence. As Lumin took a few steps forward, he turned to look back at the sheep. Pierre seems off. He's back in the village before May. Did he commit a crime? As a good citizen of Intes and a devout believer, should I visit Darietch and inquire? The sheep just stared at him, unresponsive and unchanged. Lumin sighed. They aren't that intelligent, he thought. He then raised his hands, thumbs pointing up, index finger pointing down. What the? Thumb pointing up, index finger pointing down. How the fuck? The fuck is he doing? What? What's wrong with mocking sheep when I'm in a bad mood? A gesture of disdain. I don't know what that is. Suddenly, the sheep that Lumin had examined took a step forward, looking hopeful. It raised its hoof and started drawing on the mud. Lumin was stunned, but approached the sheep to see what was drawing. It seemed to be writing letters. Lumin found them familiar, but didn't recognize them. He frowned. This language should have the same origin as Intes, but I only know Intes and some ancient Faesac languages. He then realized the meaning of Aurore's words, knowledge equals power. The sheep finished drawing and took a step back, looking at Lumin with sincerity in its eyes. The other two sheep also had similar emotional changes. Lumin looked at the words and fell into deep thought, wondering what it meant and how he should respond. He stretched out his right foot and wiped it away. He may not understand, but he could pretend to. He would trick the sheep for now and ask his sister for guidance later. Aurora is secretly worshipping Herabergen? There are worse things to worship, Dr. Z. Of course, you would be very sad that they're worshipping anyone except your favorite, the Lord of Storm, the goat, for real. But, Without waiting for the sheep to respond, he nodded with a heavy and thoughtful expression as he walked to the fence. Be patient, I'll figure something out. After leaving the sheep pen, Lumi didn't waste any time. He went home. Big sis, there's something, he called out as he got home. Calling me big sis, what did you get into? Lumion took a deep breath and organized his thoughts. Let me just open up Discord really quickly, just so I can pull up the music. Sinful angels all shop. All right, glad you're not getting apocalyptic or anything on me. Good lord. Save that. Lumi took a deep breath and organized his thoughts. Remember when you said there was something off about the shepherd? The shepherd's 3 sheep? Well, I went to the back of his house to take a look while he was praying, and guess what I found? If you're gonna do something like that, you need to tell me. It is dangerous now, and no one else will protect you. He felt touched by his sister's concern, but complained, if I told you, you wouldn't let me go. But I'll keep it in mind. Aurora understood the urgency and nodded, indicating that Lumion could tell her what he had found. Lumion quickly recounted his experience. The more Aurora listened, the more serious she became. Write down that word, she said, getting up from her recliner and finding a pen and paper. Lumion had memorized the word, so he wrote it down quickly. This is a big problem. I know, Lumion responded. Moreover, he believed the problem was even bigger than his sister had imagined. What's the problem, he asked. This is Highlander, the official language of the Fainapotter Kingdom. Like Intes, it comes from ancient Faesak. It means help. Help? The sheep are asking for help? I suspect they're not sheep. They were probably humans. Humans? This was beyond the scope of what Lumion knew. Before, Lumion had only thought that the 3 sheep were intelligent and had human-like emotions, and seemed to have mastered some human language. He never expected them to be actual humans. Isn't it way fucking easier for them to be humans than for a sheep to learn human language? To him, turning into a sheep only happened in stories. Just as he said that, Lumion was no longer shocked. He realized that a time loop had already happened. What was so strange about turning people into sheep? In the world of mysticism, there was plenty of bizarre and absurd things. I'm not sure if there's a secret art that can turn people into sheep, but everything points to that. Yeah, Lumion echoed. The more he thought, the more he felt the 3 sheep were probably humans. Did this mean that the shepherd was actually grazing humans? Why were those nails and hair hidden? Lumion asked. This is one of the funeral customs of the Dairy Edge region. However, it is not used under normal circumstances. Many people have forgotten it. As a warlock, I have studied this aspect to see if I could gain some knowledge. When a family member commits suicide or is murdered by a relative, or they have a bad character while alive, the hair and nails are cut after death and have to be hidden outside the house to prevent the family horoscope from being affected and bringing them bad luck. Suicide? Or murder by a relative? During the last cycle, Ponce Benet entered Naroka's house without adhering to the funeral customs. Would he have gone to take Naroka's hair and nails? Confused. So Naroka did something bad, or they're getting rid of Naroka's hair because they killed her and they don't want her thing to be around because she'll curse them or some bullshit. They could go two ways, I would assume. What it's clearly implying is that Naroka did something bad and they're getting rid of her thing. But it could also be the other way around. Did Aurora's nickname... I don't think Aurora has a nickname yet. Money, there was no one else with who had read COI in stream earlier, so I modded Chris just for spoilers. If Pomos Bene entered Naroka's house to take away their hair and nails, there's a high chance that Naroka had been murdered. After all, Naroka had a good reputation and was a pillar of the family. Furthermore, she was relatively healthy, both physically and mentally, so it was unlikely she committed suicide. But if Naroka was murdered, what's the reason? Seeing that her brother was deep in thought, Aurora was frightened by the idea of turning people into sheep, and someone from the Berry family dying from murder. Although the matter is serious, it doesn't affect us yet. You can, Money, sure. Naroka is alive now, time reversed. This is also true, yeah. I need to reflect on these things. Sounds good. Thanks, Kami. It is easy for you to panic when you encounter something similar if you're prohibited from coming into contact with real mysticism. The frequency of the supernatural have increased in recent years, and I can't be by your side at all times. You'll grow up and have your own life. He could feel that Aurora's attitude to him coming into contact with mysticism had loosened up. If I work harder, I can tell her that I've become a beyonder, Lumion thought. Go pack your bags. We leave Cordu now. We're really lucky. They sent us a telegram at the right moment, so that we can leave openly without being suspected. While we're on our journey, I'll teach you some things of mysticism, so don't even think about becoming a beyonder. It is way too dangerous. We're not lucky. I sent the telegram. You only received a reply this cycle, but he was pleased that his sister was still the same decisive person. Although he didn't think they could leave Cordu successfully or escape, they had to try. Aren't we going to save those 3 people? This could trigger a conflict between us and Pierre, and I'm not sure how strong he is or how many helpers he has. It is too dangerous to try to save others without knowing. But what if they don't believe us? Oh wait, no, sorry. It's better to let the official Beyonders do their business. It is their duty. Once we reach Dairy Edge and buy the tickets, we will send an anonymous letter to the officials. But what if they don't believe us? In terms of mysticism, you are indeed illiterate. In the letter, we will describe the matter of turning people into sheep. They will naturally find professionals to do divination. Even if they don't receive detailed revelations, they will discover that there is something abnormal about Cordu. Monkey, how's it going, man? Got it, Lumion said. Not long after, the siblings each came down with a brown suitcase. Let's go to Madame Polly and borrow her carriage to reach Dairy Edge quickly. An ordinary person had to walk an entire afternoon from Cordu to Dairy Edge. As a hunter, Lumion didn't need to, but in Aurora's eyes, he wasn't a beyonder yet. After hesitating whether he should take the opportunity to confess to his sister, he realized that it was impossible for him to escape from Cordu. Will do, he said, and reached to take his sister's luggage. With 2 pieces of luggage in hand, he headed for the door. Your strength has increased. You're carrying it so easily, Aurora said. She subconsciously wanted to raise her right hand and rub the side of her eyes, but Lumion had already left. She could only give up and quickly follow. On the way to the administrator's residence, many villagers saw Aurora leaving with luggage and asked her. Aurora, who had a valid reason, was pretty calm. Lumion, on the other hand, came up with 7 or 8 different stories to tell the villagers. Something about Aurora getting into the Intas Legion of Honor medal and going to Trier to be honored. Something about him being specially recruited by the Trier Normal College and being matriculated. Or something about Aurora going bankrupt from investing in stocks, with the creditors about to come knocking at her door. The villagers who were ignorant were stunned by this, but thanks to Lumion's reputation, they decided not to believe him. They were both playing their parts well. Good. Not long after, the siblings arrived in front of the black building that had been transformed from an ancient castle. Looking up at the tall towers, Lumion smiled. I wonder what's inside. Aurora, have you ever been inside? Why would I go to someone else's house? I thought Madame Polly would invite you to tour the castle. Don't people like to show off their big houses to guests? What's there to see? Aurora said, as her voice became softer and softer, as she thought this would be of great help to give description of a castle in her works. Ugh. Let's talk about it later. I wonder if we can ever return. She then led Lumion through the colorful garden towards the castle door. The flowers in this garden bloom very early, she said. Cordu village was in the mountains, and there was a Highlander pasture nearby. Normally, the first wave of spring flowers would only appear in mid to late April. Perhaps Madame Polly's gardener has a special method. Maybe her gardener is from the planter pathway? He recalled that Madame Polly was a beyonder of an abnormal pathway. Maybe she's of the planter pathway? It's definitely a fucking abnormal pathway. Aurora was just making an offhand remark, so she didn't think too deeply about it. They arrived at the castle and received a warm welcome from the madam. The lady was wearing a blue corset dress today, and there was still a diamond necklace inlaid with gold hanging over her chest. She sat on an armchair in the small living room and quietly listened to Aurora. You don't have to be so polite. We're friends. Lumion mocked in his heart. Who would introduce crappy marriage partners to a friend? But he quickly saw Madame Polly looking at him with a smile in her eyes, and recalled their previous conversation and felt uncomfortable immediately. Okay, Aurora said. Every time she borrowed a carriage, she would offer to pay for it, but the madame would always refuse, so she would usually bring some gifts for the lady on the way back, which were neither expensive nor cheap, and give the carriage driver a tip. While waiting for the carriage driver to prepare, Madame Polly invited the siblings to taste some desserts made by her chef. Lumion tasted a muffin and looked around. Where's Mr. Lund? Louis Lund was the Administrator Boest's butler, and had followed him from Darriedge to Cordu. Lumion had evidence that he had an affair with a woman in the village and had sold some of the castle's items secretly. That is how he had gotten the news that Madame Polly was a mistress of the Padre. Chancing upon the Padre and the Madam while having an affair in the cathedral, that was a lie for the foreigners. Dude, what a piece of shit. He's just lying about everything. You can't trust this motherfucker about anything. At this moment, Lumion looked for Louis Lund to curse him. You son of a bitch! Why didn't you tell me that Madame Polly was a warlock? Madame sighed. Louis is sick. He's resting in his room. Sick? Lumion felt there might have been a problem for some reason. While his sister was chatting with Madame, he excused himself to go to the washroom, walked out of the living room, and went straight up the stairs. The castle was huge, and the couple didn't have many servants. It looked pretty empty, and he could even hear the echoes when walking to certain places, giving Lumion better conditions to infiltrate. What are you, fucking James Bond? Fuck you mean infiltrate? Relying on his powerful senses, he dodged a valet and a maid. With light footsteps, he arrived at the second floor and found Louis's room. He was in no hurry to knock. He pressed his hand and pressed his ear to the wood. Sounds of a man screaming in pain came from the room. He's sick? Sounds quite serious. Lumion thought for a moment and walked up to the side. He opened the door of the other servants' He opened the door of the other servants. After darting into the room, he closed the door and took a few steps to the side and pushed open the glass window. Lumion looked down and saw that no one was around. He immediately propped himself up with both hands and nimbly flipped over, hanging on the outer wall of the castle. Music change, I believe. He is a hunter soon to be a provoker. Lying, cheating, and provoking are his MMO. Are his MO? Yeah, true. Kami, what's the music? What am I putting on? Oh, thank you. Near. It's always a good time when this music comes up, goddamn. Lumion looked around and saw that no one was around. He then leapt lightly like a wild cat and landed on Louis' windowsill. He stood at the edge of the glass window, turned his head, and looked into the room. He saw Louis lying naked on the bed, his belly bulging, giving the impression that he might burst. Haven't we seen this before? I can't remember where. This is disgusting. Seeing that the butler's black hair was drenched in sweat and his face was grimacing with pain, Lumion couldn't help but frown as he heard the cries. What kind of illness is this? Stomach can grow so big? At this moment, a woman in her 40s stood beside Louis' bed. She had brown hair and brown eyes. She was pretty and didn't have many wrinkles, wearing a grayish-white dress and shouting at Louis, "Soon!" Are they fucking trying to descend another fucking true creator bitch here? What the fuck? What's happening? Just as this thought flashed through Lumion's mind, he heard a scream and something holding up Louis' stomach. In the blink of an eye, that spot had burst. Louis' stomach had burst. A small, bloody hand reached out. "It's born! It's born!" the woman shouted happily. He then leaned over and took out a wrinkled, dirty, bloody baby from Lund's stomach. What the fuck? Money, I took time off of work to read this at noon on a fucking Friday? Bro, I'm so cooked. Oh my god. You couldn't wait the whole volume this time. This is so disgusting. Oh, I'm at work listening to this? Oh god. Ew, that's even worse somehow. Jesus. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, God. Yeah, I know. This is so disgusting. What the fuck? Compared to the time loop and humans becoming sheep, the scene in front of him was no less shocking. It made Lumion feel as though his eyes, mind, and spirit had been tainted. Yeah, bro, they have been. Fuck you. If he had known beforehand he would witness such a thing, he would have abandoned his actions. What the fuck is going on here? Louis is clearly a man. Whose child is he carrying? The administrator? The madame? Is this the world of mysticism? Aurora didn't let me come into contact with this for my own good. For a moment, Lumion's thoughts were disordered and his mind in a state of chaos. He wished he could dig out his own eyes and forget what he had seen. Wow! Baby started crying, making the filthy delivery room instantly have a holy aura. This was the beauty of a new life. Lumion, who was hiding on the window, experienced the joy of human origin. Of course, besides that, the strange, absurd, dirty, and disharmonious feeling became even more obvious. Lumion finally came back to his senses and looked into the room. The baby had already been placed on a white silk cloth beside Louis by the woman in the grayish-white dress. A baby was born, a baby boy, and there was more blood than milky white fat. But other than that, there was nothing abnormal. He looked like a newborn. This being your introduction, I missed it exactly like. Lumion observed for another 2 seconds and realized that the baby's 10 fingers were bent, his nails very long, like the claws of a bird. Just now, he had used these hands to rip open Louis' stomach. Louis, on the other hand, lay in a semi-conscious state. The wound on his stomach had yet to be stitched up, and blood kept seeping out. One could even see his intestines pressed to the sides, and a strange, bird-like nest thing covered in flesh-colored membrane. As the woman wrapped the baby in silk, she picked up a sewing needle and a catgut, and began chanting as they sewed the groaning Louis' wound. This was quite easy. The last time I gave birth to quadruplets, that was painful. Alright, I'm busting through that door with twin Glocks. That baby's going out, baby. It's over. I don't know what that baby is, but it ain't... I can't say that. Okay. We can't have that shit around, okay? I don't know what that baby is, but it's nothing good. We don't need it. Lumion's face twitched. He felt that after his eyes, brain, mind, and spirit were affected, his ears were also tainted. Yes, I do remember. I do. We gotta get rid of that baby, bro. That baby's gonna do some horrifying things. He leapt back to the window he had come from and flipped into the room. After closing the door, he rushed out the door and headed for the stairs. After dodging a male servant, Lumion tiptoed and returned to the hall. Where did you go? Suddenly, a voice rang out. Even with Lumion's senses, he didn't sense someone standing beside him. He turned to see Madame Polly. The Madame no longer had a smile on her face, her eyes reflecting Lumion. His mind tensed up. He was terrified, but prepared to fight. Lumion appeared from a side room and asked, "Where did you go? The carriage has been waiting at the entrance." He had been in a similar situation. So he said half-truthfully, "Didn't Madame Polly say that Mr. Lund is sick? I had drinks with Mr. Lund and wanted to visit him, but this place is so big, I can't find him." "You should have asked the Madame directly," Aurora said. "You don't have to hide it from us. That's not a bad thing." I'm sorry." Lumion looked at Madame Polly sincerely. After seeing the scene upstairs, Lumion was even more afraid of the lady. He was relieved when she smiled, no longer as serious as before. "Let me thank you on behalf of Mr. Lund for your kindness. He is not in the best of health, and isn't willing to appear in front of others." It is unseemly, Lumion thought. "Shall we board the carriage?" "Thank you so much," Aurora said to the Madame. Lumion watched Madame closely, afraid that she would find a way to make them stay. If she did, it could mean that she had sent something. Although Lumion felt their combined forces could fight the Madame after he had rendezvoused with his sister, this was her castle, surrounded by her servants. It was the worst hunting environment. "I look forward to the gifts you bring back from Trier. I always yearn for what's trending there," the Madame smiled. "I hope I can give you a surprise," Aurora replied. Although she wasn't sure she would ever return to the village, she needed to keep up appearances. The Madame walked the siblings to the door with her lady's maid, Kathy. The burly, brown-bearded carriage driver wore dark red clothes, yellow pants, and a waxed hat. This was a mandatory request from the administrator. Aurora apologized to the driver. "I'm so sorry to trouble you," she said politely before closing the door of the carriage. The driver's name was Sewell, and he had the most common blue eyes in TIS. Blue eyes are most common in this? Yep. He was delighted by Aurore's politeness and looked forward to the tip he'd receive. Madame, bonsoir. Sit tight. He then raised his whip and the horses started to speed up. As the carriage passed through Cordoue, it stopped. Lumine's heart skipped a beat, knowing their journey wouldn't be smooth and easy. What's wrong? He asked the driver. Madame promised to send Naroka to Junak village yesterday. I'm worried that I won't be able to return in time after going to Dairy Edge, so I thought of picking her up on the way. Don't worry, it won't cause any delays. Junak was closer to Dairy Edge than Cordoue. Going there first didn't really affect the time of arrival. Aurore had no right to object since the carriage wasn't hers, so she didn't say anything. Lumine was more concerned about Naroka's safety. In the last cycle, she had died suspiciously, possibly at the hands of a relative. Soel went into Naroka's house before helping her out. Naroka was different than usual. She was dressed in a long black dress with exquisite patterns and a dark bonnet. Her sparse, pale hair combed carefully. Hello, my little cabbages. Where are you going? Naroka said. Dude, that's actually so cute. I know it doesn't mean anything even in French, but like it's so fucking funny to me, the idea of just being like, hello, my little cabbages. Hee hee. Her pockmarked and wrinkled face was filled with unconcealed joy. I'm going to Trier to attend an author salon and bring Lumine along to visit the universities, Aurore said. 3K, yeah. That should be in the next. That should probably be sometime soon. It does mean something, but it's a little transition. Yeah, exactly. What are we doing for the 3K sub special? 3, there's nothing special about 3K. What are we talking about? 3 is such a weird number. What? Aurore asked Naroka, did you receive an invitation? While it was normal for Naroka to wear black clothes as a widow, she only wore this dress during festivals, banquets, and anniversaries. Yes, to meet some people, Naroka said. Lumine observed Naroka, trying to see if he could detect anything. I mean, we can figure something out, Money. Guess we're to do something? I don't know what. Maybe, finally, once we reach 3K, I'll have that fucking Volume 6 video up. I say as I finished Volume 6, 7, 8, and halfway through Volume 1 of the next book. 5 or 10 is more of a milestone. I agree, Chris. Thank you. Dr. Z, go from instead of top chat, go to live chat. I don't know. Money's fucking messages just don't show up in top chat. I don't know what this guy's done, but YouTube is clearly pissed at him. The carriage started moving again, leaving the village behind. Aurore chatted with Naroka intermittently, keeping an eye on the outside of the carriage. Aurore worried that their sudden departure may arouse suspicion, but as they continued, Lumine sensed a change to Naroka's demeanor. She seemed much paler than before, her eyes lacking her usual liveliness, only speaking when spoken to. This was very similar to the Naroka Lumine had seen in the middle of the night during the previous cycle. Lumine discreetly tugged on Aurore's hand to get her attention. Aurore turned to him, asking what's wrong. Lumine discreetly pointed at Naroka. No, Money, it's not about, like, expecting anything. No, it's not about that. It's not about, like, oh, I deserve this, or, like, you know, anything like that. It's more just, like, is Money a spirit? You need... Yeah, he might as well be, bro. It's actually crazy. I don't know what he's done. But, it's not about that, Money. It's literally just like, I don't know. Say something in front of the room with us? Yeah, actually. Aurore was momentarily stunned, but quickly understood what Lumine meant. She turned her attention to Naroka, also sensing something was wrong. Aurora raised her hand to massage her temples, causing her light blue eyes to darken. With just a glance, Aurora's eyebrows furrowed as she leaned back, as if she'd been hit by something. She closed her eyes and rubbed her temples, as if she was feeling tired or in pain. She then opened her eyes again. Aurora turned to Lumion. When we reach Dairy Edge, stay close to me. Do not leave my side, no matter what happens. Her tone was serious, and Lumion understood. He knew that if something happened, he had to follow her, and she would take care of it. Aurora then turned back to Naroka. Are you really going to Junak or somewhere else? He was worried that an unexpected stop may make things more complicated. It was better to anticipate any developments and not fight in an environment where the other party was expecting. Naroka's gaze was patient and said, No, I'm not going to Junak. I want to go to Paramita. She spoke, Lumion noticed the outside of the carriage darken abnormally quick. Oh, fuck. Sorry, give me 1 second. I want to make an alt. If I do, then Fate wins is crazy. I mean, it's fighting against fate itself. Snake of fate, for real, for real. Oh. Undead. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, I guess Aurora's gonna find out that we're, beyond her. This is great. What's Paramita? Lumion was alarmed as he turned to look out the window. But what he saw outside was not as expected. Instead of mountains, pastures, and trees, he was greeted by a desolate wilderness. The pale white clouds in the sky had blocked out all the sunlight. In the wilderness, strange figures roamed around, most of them wearing white linen clothes, pale blue faces, empty eyes, and agape mouths. Lumion watched in horror as some of the figures ran crazily to the edge of the wilderness, while others stumbled towards them from the other side, as if they would never stop, doomed to wander forever. At the edge of the wilderness, near a cliff, he could make out dark monsters with long horns and humanoid bodies, grabbing the figures and throwing them over the edge. Dude, he actually walked into fucking the... What's Sukuna's domain expansion? Oh, Malevolent Shrine. This is what we're fucking walking into. At the edge of the wilderness, no. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the air right into Lumion and Aurora's ears. This is where all the babies... Jesus. Malevolent kitchen. What is the joke? What is the malevolent kitchen? The sound of hooves echoed through the wilderness as a tall figure in black armor rode a white horse. A horse so thin that it looked like it had only skin and bones. The rider moved slow at times and galloped at others, as if shepherding sheep. Lumion's eyesight was sharp, so he could see the rider. Inside the helmet that shone with a metallic luster, two deep red rays of light flickered like flames. A hideous wound on the rider's neck extended all the way to their navel, almost splitting them in half and dragging out their pale white intestines. The Sukuna cooked nothing. You know who Sukuna cooked? He cooked Jogo and no one else. Okay? Or if you want to be really bitchy, you can maybe say he also cooked Kashimo, but no one else, okay? He didn't do shit. Fuck that guy. No, I don't mean Gojo. This is a filthy Gojo stan. I am a Gojo stan. Fuck you guys. Am I reading the sequel? I'm like very vaguely aware of what's happening, but I'm not following it closely now. Without any need for further evidence, Lumion knew who it was. A Death Knight. What's the fucking guy's name called? Skull Knight from Berserk? That's who I'm thinking of immediately. Tell me it's not the same vibes you're getting. Tell me this is not it. This is him. This is this guy shepherding souls. What a G. No, really. You shut the fuck up. A creature that often appeared in Intesian folklore. Suddenly, the carriage stopped. Naroka's silently opened the door and stepped out. Her pale face, empty eyes, and numb expression were starting to resemble the figures in the white linen clothes. This place is filled with the undead. Stay by me, Aurora said. She then took out a golden brooch and fastened it to her clothing. A golden brooch that would be from the EBS... lower the music a bit? Oh, sorry. That would be EBS, so it would be strong against undead. Makes sense. Yep, very clever. Very good. Definitely a warlock based. Very clever. Aurora took a handful of grayish-black powder from her pocket with the other hand. Lumion leaned forward to look at the carriage driver and realized that Sewell had become like Naroka, pale-faced and empty-eyed, slowly walking deeper into the wilderness. Like, sis, I'm a Beyonder. You deal with these undead. I'll drive the carriage and get us out of here. He knew he couldn't fight the undead, so he could only be a carriage driver. But if the Death Knight showed up, he would do his best to block him. Aurora was taken aback, but regained her composure, checked the horse's condition. Lumion looked ahead and saw that the horses were motionless, with their flesh and blood seemingly extracted, leaving only withered fur and skin wrapped around the horses. They're dead. Suddenly, the undead caught a whiff of the living and rushed to the carriage. Aurora uttered a single word in a language Lumion didn't understand. As soon as Aurora spoke the word, the golden brooch in front of her lit up with a violent but not stimulating golden light. The grayish-black powder in her left hand burned, emitting a flow of light that resembled water spreading in all directions. The undead screamed as they came into contact with the light, and cyan smoke rose from their body. Light in ancient Hermes, or like, I don't know, something about, I don't know, shine or some bullshit from the fucking, or like holy water or something, I don't know. Lumion watched enviously, wishing he could help. He had yearned to advance in sequence and gain more abilities. But the powder in Aurora's hand was about to run out, and the undead were still pouring in. Lumion knew they couldn't stay here forever. We can't stay here. Let's run. No matter how many materials his sister had, she couldn't deal with all of them. The Death Knight and the creatures that looked like demons were still out there. Their best chance was to use their resources to escape. Follow me, Aurora said. The moment she finished speaking, the black powder in her palm vanished, and the desolate surroundings were engulfed by the undead. Aurora wasted no time and retrieved another handful of materials, igniting them with the golden brooch before her. The materials combusted, creating a dazzling light. You know what they should do right now? Hear me out. Hear me out. There's only one thing to do here, okay? They walk out of the carriage. They stand, and as they're getting swarmed by all the undead, Aurora looks up and goes, "Leo Darrow!" It is the only way. It created a dazzling golden light that decimated the approaching undead. Their agonizing shrieks echoed through the wilderness before disintegrating. Aurora leapt off the carriage with Lumion hot on her heels, sprinting towards the edge of the wilderness. Then they're no, trust. They'll be fine. Suddenly, a hand jutted out from the golden blaze, snatching Lumion's arm. Lumion's instincts kicked in, alerting him of the threat. He pivoted his forearm and delivered a swift blow to the hand. He felt like he had punched a block of solid ice. A shiver ran through his body, rendering him immobile for a moment. Lumion's teeth clattered as he caught the sight of the hand's owner, another undead clad in white linen, but it donned a mask made of white paper over its face. The figure disintegrated under the golden light. The peculiar undead lunged to Lumion, but before it could make contact, a beam of pure, holy light descended upon it. Man, he really did choose the shittiest of fucking sequences. Well, not the shittiest one, but like a really bad one. In a world of mysticism, having like decent physical stats is just fucking like, okay, cool. Like, it makes sense for them to be like, hey, like with the full pathway that like you start off with mysticism and then you get good physical stats. It makes sense, makes you a little bit more well-rounded. But for like having just physical stats to start off with is like dog shit. Oh my god. It's like you can work on your physical when you have mysticism. You can't work on your mysticism when you have none. The masked undead halted in its tracks, burning fiercely before dissolving. "Keep moving," Aurora shouted, withdrawing her hand from the golden brooch and darting. Lumion shook off the cold and picked up his pace to follow her. That bad. I mean, you're super strong. Not super strong. It's like kind of strong. You're like peak physical strength, like of like a regular humans. Like, okay. Yeah. The duo relied on the grayish-black powder and warlock spells to traverse the wilderness. I want to be really clear. It's like a bad sequence. It's not the worst one. Reader is dog shit, I think. We don't know much about it, but like Reader just sounds like dog shit. Basically Captain America. I mean, Captain America was superhuman, so no, not quite that strong. I was Reader dog shit. I don't know much about it. It just sounds like it'd be dog shit. The duo relied on the grayish-black powder and the warlock spells to traverse the wilderness. Bro, why did you give Hunter to your character? Oh, because it's funny as fuck. Because I'm a provoker. I want to like say silly shit to people, and then when they go to like punch me out or whatever, know that I could beat them up. I'd be like, guys, I'm just trying to do the acting method. I'm trying to digest this potion quickly. You must bear through. Come on. The duo relied on the grayish-black powder and warlock spells to traverse the wilderness, the golden light eradicating the dead around them. Unfortunately, Aurora couldn't simply rely on a material to stuff every bag. As a warlock, she had to anticipate various scenarios. I am just kidding. I want to be really clear. Like, obviously, in time, this pathway is going to end up being strong because they're all strong in time, okay? Every pathway, once you get to like sequence 6 or 5, starts getting like really, really strong. We know this. But like, it's just like, right now it's a little rough. Before long, the bag containing the sunflower powder was empty, but they were still hundreds of meters from the edge of the wilderness. What frightened them even more was the Death Knight approaching. The horse-mounted knight had sensed the turmoil and was galloping to them. Lumion can throw sonic boom punches. I'm gonna assume that's an exaggeration, because he's not breaking the fucking sound barrier at sequence 9, okay? Aurora's expression changed several times in the golden light. She slowed down, gritting her teeth, and spoke urgently. I will say, sequence 6 of the fucking, Fool Pathway is, like, kind of a fucking letdown. Like, Faceless is, like, you're basically a magician, but, like, you can just kind of change faces. Fine, I guess. 5 is, like, holy shit. Like, I'm just sitting in a different room, la-di-da-di-da, and, like, 2 minutes later, you're fucking dead. I didn't even do anything. I didn't move. I just moved these imaginary strings. You're, like, dead. Aurora's expression changed several times in the golden light. She slowed down, gritted her speech, and spoke to Lumion. When I shout 3, run to the edge of the wilderness and do not look back. Don't sacrifice yourself. No. Because if she dies, he's not going to run out. He's going to stay in here so that the cycle resets, so that she comes back. Because he's going to do a perfect run. Like, until he can save her, he's not leaving. Sequence 7 is very strong. This is true. The magician powers are really good. Lumion opened his mouth to protest, but Aurora cut him off. Don't worry, I'll follow. If you stay, you'll only interfere with my use of powerful spells and slow us down. As she spoke, Aurora removed the golden brooch from her chest and gave it to Lumion, giving the instruction, focus your spirituality and extend it into the brooch. Repeat this word when you're running. Lumion didn't know the word, but he committed the pronunciation to memory. Magician chapters were in... Exactly, magician powers like... I will say my favorite power of magician was certainly the breathing tube. You know, it came in so handy so many times. Great, love that. Like, as soon as he took hold of the golden brooch, he felt a warm light envelop his body, banishing his dark thoughts. Instinctively donning the brooch, Lumion concentrated his thoughts according to his sister's direction, extending his spiritual energy. Seeing that the grayish-black powder in her hand was running low, Aurora retrieved another material and shouted, 1, 2, 3! In order to avoid slowing down his sister, Lumion sprinted wildly to the edge of the wilderness, shouting the word Aurora had given him. The brooch emitted a light, a golden, radiant light, illuminating Lumion as though a miniature sun was hanging on his chest. The undead in his path avoided him. As he ran, Lumion couldn't shake his worry for his sister. He looked back at her, who remained in her spot, surrounded by black gas. The undead were drawn to the gas, abandoning Lumion to swarm her. Lumion wasn't a fool. He knew what his sister was trying to do. Aurora! He shouted, running back to his sister as quick as he can. Are you stupid? Run! Aurora said. Lumion didn't say anything as he ran to her. The undead parted before clearing a path to under the golden light of the brooch. Seeing this, Aurora lowered her head. Idiot! She then took out another iron-black substance and sprinkled it on Lumion, causing him to be pushed to the edge of the wilderness. He struggled to break free, but he was midair with no leverage. My stupid brother. Live well, Aurora whispered with a melancholic smile, where the aura consumed her. There's no fucking shot! He was directly exposed to the countless figures and the Death Knight. Aurora! Lumion's eyes bulged with terror, his eyes and skin turning red, but he was still pushed to the edge of the wilderness. But suddenly, all the undead stopped. Something was happening. Aurora sensed the shift and looked up in shock. He saw the open carriage passing by, pulled not by horses, but by 2 demonic wolves with goat horns. The carriage was deep red in color, resembling a conch or a cradle, and a woman resembling Madame Polly, wearing a flower crown and a green dress, sat inside. But unlike Madame Polly, she was very dignified. The Death Knight abandoned his target and turned his horse towards the carriage. All the undead followed suit, clustering around the carriage as it headed towards the hazy mountain range beyond the wilderness. Aurora, run! 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 Money, I did see that, but I don't think that's what's happening. Who is that? Dude. Goated? Madame Knight? Damn. Alright, my goat. Love this lady. Live well, stupid brother. So sweet. Is he gonna be able to claim all of her money? I hope so. Lumion was stunned by the carriage pulled by the demons and the undead. He forgot to struggle and got pushed by the invisible palm for over 10 seconds before stopping. Although the carriage was getting further away, he could see the woman's face clearly with his eagle-like vision. Her brown hair was tied up high, and her brown eyes were beautiful and bright. She had light eyebrows and wore a fresh green dress and a laurel made of flowers, and a laurel crown made of flowers. Madame Polly. Lumion's first thought was that the woman on the carriage was Madame Polly, but on closer inspection, he noticed the difference between the two. Not only was there a vast disparity in aura, but there was also a distinct difference in looks. The lady in the car had softer, more mature features. He would describe the car as Madame Polly's older sister if he had to make a comparison. At the moment, the lady sat in an open carriage pulled by the demon, surrounded by the countless undead and the Death Knight. She traveled towards the distant forest as if she was on some kind of magical patrol. Aurora retracted her gaze and ran to Lumion. "Take this opportunity! Run!" Lumion snapped out of his daze, waiting for his sister to catch up, before taking larger strides and fleeing to the edge of the wilderness. Before long, they felt as though they had passed through an invisible curtain. The scene before them changed, the wilderness dissipated. The clear river, the new grass on both sides, and green trees all entered their vision. They were still near Cordu village. This was where Ava used to tend to her geese. We're back. Aurora panted. Whether Madame Polly made a mistake or not, we can't go back to the village. Let's head to Dairy Edge. Let's go to the nearest pasture. There's a dangerous path down the hill. With our abilities, we'll be fine. Okay, Aurora said. Having borrowed the pony from Madame Polly from time to time, she was familiar with the highland pastures. Lumion followed her closely, both glad and terrified. He didn't expect Madame Polly to be so powerful that she could have so many undead chase after her. Of course, it may not have been her. As she ran, Aurora slowed down. Her breathing became heavier, and her gasping more pronounced. What's wrong? Lumion still had plenty of energy. I'm exhausted, Aurora said. The spellcasting took a lot of energy. Then I'll carry you, Lumion said. I'm not tired. They were in a dire situation and time was of the essence. Aurora nodded. Change back to the previous version without the hype part? Thank you, Kami. Lumion first took off the brooch in front of him and returned it to his sister, straightened his body up again and ran. Is this a mystical item? Lumion asked. Looks like you know a bit. Yes, it is indeed a mystical item. I call it the Integrity Brooch. It can create holy sunlight or help me ignite materials to help me use a mystical technique to deal with those ghost-type creatures. However, wear it for too long will cause people to become fanatical. Oh, it'll cause you to praise the sun. Okay, cool. As long as you wear it, you will lose some thoughts. As you know, immoral methods in battle may be more useful, but get limited by it. Where did you get the characteristic? Aurora asked. Didn't that wand card allow me to stay awake in my dream? What wand card? Oh, this was from the previous pattern. I was at the old tavern and met a lady. She gave me a wand card. With that card, I stayed lucid in my dream and entered a strange space. There, I encountered some monsters and obtained a hunter characteristic. Hunter? Aurora knew of this sequence, as it was commonly seen in Intes. She then muttered to herself and started laughing. What are you laughing at? Lumion asked. Who gave you the formula? That lady? Yeah. Stupid brother has his own secrets now, huh? Can't even tell if you're lying to me. I'll take it at face value. Was that Madame Polly on the carriage? Lumion couldn't bear to see his sister disappointed and changed the subject. They look alike, but they're not the same. Since you're already a Beyonder, I'll tell you. My companions, my pen pals, once mentioned something. They said that in the past few years there have been many strange phenomena similar to what happened just now. Women ride carriages pulled by demons, patrol the wilderness, and have the hordes of undead following them. Some Beyonders who have grasped their corresponding mystical arts will have their spirits leave their bodies and follow the carriage for a time, to experience something wonderful and obtain mystical knowledge. Aurora's like, dude, that lady is so benevolent. She gave you a card which allows you to get powers and gave you the potion formula for Sequence 9 for free. Yeah, that happened. One of the companions obtained one of the Beyonder's notebooks. It mentioned that the lady's name is Madame Knight. The owner of the notebook obtained a secret medicine production method from his experience following the carriage, which can create an invisible potion from a baby's corpse? Ew. According to the investigation, the women in different places exhibit similar phenomena, but things happen at night. But it's daytime, Lumion said. That's why I'm not sure. Perhaps sending Naroka to Paramita made the difference. Perhaps that wilderness is Paramita, where Madame Knight patrols day and night, and appears in the human world at night. Combined with the fact that this lady resembles Polly, I'm inclined to believe the previous guess. Why did you sacrifice yourself to save me? I thought you were more selfish than that. I'm very selfish. I considered abandoning you and escaping. Then I would avenge you when I became stronger. But after careful consideration, I realized that even if I gave you the integrity brooch and taught you how to use it, you wouldn't be able to help me attract most of the undead. Only a warlock like me could. There's the choice of dying together, or at least you living. I don't have to tell you the choice I made. We might as well die together then, he said. You can't die. Well, bring me back if you're gone. Anything's possible in the world of mysticism, he lectured Aurora. He lectured Aurora to her brother. That's why I said all those sappy lines, so you'll remember to work hard and bring me back. After running for a while, they saw the nearest highland pasture. Lumion, who had been carrying Aurora, clearly felt tired, but didn't stop to rest. He mustered his strength and rushed to the hill. There were many livestock pens and shacks there. The former, surrounded by rocks and tree branches, the ground, compacted soil, and flattened feces. There was long and narrow exit at one end and allowed only one sheep to pass through. The latter was similar to a primitive tent. Stones were first used to build a circle of low walls, leaving a door and smoke vent. Then a row of grates were built against low walls. This was where the shepherds lived. The environment was harsh. Lumion no longer carried Aurora and led her all the way to the other side of the hill. Aurora said to Lumion, although you can climb this now, don't waste time, I'll fly you down. Aurora grabbed Lumion's arm with one hand and sprinkled silver dust on the other. The two of them floated up at the same time and fell down the cliff slowly. In midair, Lumion felt a pain in his head, as if someone had hit him. Aurora had the same reaction. Lumion's vision turned black, as if everything shattered. Lumion jolted awake and saw the sights of the table, chair, bookshelf, and wardrobe. Back to square one. So you can't just escape. Once you get out of the range of the thing, it'll bring you back. Okay. So you have to break the loop. You can't escape it. So he's got okay. This is so cool. Ooh. He's probably got like 10 or 15 days before this whole shit crumbles. How many loops do you think it'll take in total? 2 more. This is loop number 3. 1 more after this, the 5th time we break it. Aurora, what's the date today? Lumion asked as he went down the stairs. Call me Big Sis. Are you not awake? The 29th. Oh, how's it going, man? Holy shit. Long time no see. Alright, let's do 1 more chapter and then we'll call it, boys. Oh my. But that'll put us at like 7 or 8 for today, no? We started on 35. We're on 43 now, so that would be 9. Yeah, this will be 9. Does anyone know if like 43 is a good spot or 44 is a good spot or something? Does anyone know? I've been neat, been working a lot lately. I see. No worries, man. Get the rest of this. Okay. Well, sorry you're sick, but glad to have you. Hope, how's it going? Were you tired? Bro, we were up late. 42 is a good spot. The volume's a good spot. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Money. Said I will keep streaming for a bit because I promised you at least a 3-hour stream and I keep my promises. I ain't no filthy word breaker. A man is nothing without his word. So I will keep going for a little bit longer, but in time. Okay. As expected, the loop has restarted. This was the 3rd cycle that Lumion could recall. Combined with his own experience, he had a few conclusions. The time limit is 12 nights, the spatial range is Cordu village and its surroundings. The characters in the loops are restricted from killing the Padre. These are the 3 key points of the loop. Big Sis, if you wrote a novel about time loop, where would you put the key to undoing it? You ask such a weird question and call me Big Sis so obediently? Are you trying to come up with a new sister to deceive others? Maybe, Lumion replied. Well, from a novelist's point of view, from the perspective of normal logic, the most critical part of a cycle is the final scene. This is because it is both the end of the cycle and the beginning of the next. It is the button that connects the ending and the beginning. Think about it. The loop reverses, so there will be a first time. Something must have happened at the last moment to cause the time to restart, right? 12th night. Then why can't the most critical part be the first day of the cycle? Didn't we ask why the loop starts at that moment? Making a short story to deceive a few people temporarily is your forte, but when it comes to this kind of content, it requires strict logic and rich knowledge, which you aren't capable of. Frank? Frank Lee? Lumion Lee? The most feared man in all of the seas? Hold on. Frank, my go? He's like, exactly, like, I'm already halfway through volume 1. I'll say it, I really feel like I don't get enough credit around here. Halfway through volume 1 already? I started this bitch like a week ago. What are we doing? Goated behavior. The gardener, frankly. The reason why...
Here we go, money talk. Here comes the money.
Thank you, Money. Alright, okay, I suppose that was about as good a time as any to do that. say I'm not appreciated. He's like, fine, alright, I appreciate you, fuck off. Thank you so much, bud. Seriously, holy fuck. Alright. One more chapter? 2 more? 3 more? What do you say? Love you, buddy. No more than 3, though, okay? No more than 3. 3 is my limit. 3 is my upper limit. Come on. But 10 chapters. Yes, I was an unemployed bum, Arthur. Come on. You can do whatever you want until 54. Okay, dope. Alright, thanks, Kami. That's handy. Because if I do 43, 4, and 5, then I can do like 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, it'll be 10 on whether tomorrow or Sunday. It'll be 10. That'll get us to 54. Then after that, we'll see. Dude, you go full-time streamer. You have billionaires. Yes, I wish, hope in time that will happen. But we can't do that quite yet. I hope in time. Do you understand that for a regular person to be, for like someone to be a full-time streamer, I think the number is like they need like 1,000 average viewers. Yeah. All right, we have a ways to go. If the loop is not a completely closed circle, where there is still interaction between those inside and outside the loop, for example, information inside can be transmitted, and people outside can enter but not leave. The first day of the loop may start from the day the outsiders happen to appear, so when that loop is repeated, they won't have a position. Of course, it can also compel the outsiders to do something they will do subsequently on the originally eventless night. There are way too many to make up similar stories. Oddly enough, not really. Having 100 consistently puts you in the 0.1%? I don't know if that's true, Hope. That feels crazy. Even if I grant you that, okay, even from 100 consistently, we're a ways off. Like, my biggest stream ever was, like, ending of Lord of the Mysteries, and that was, like, I think we peaked at, like, 140 viewers. Which is dope as fuck. I want to be really clear. That's fucking amazing. But, like, for your one-time peak to become consistent is, like, crazy. He suspected that the entry of Leia, Ryan, and Valentine caused the cycle to start on the afternoon of March 29th. If that was the case, the 12th night might have already turned into the 12th or 10th or 9th night. Of course, it also may have been originally the 13th night that turned into the 12th night due to the intrusion of outsiders. These were all possibilities Lumia needed to verify. He completely agreed with his sister's deduction. He believed that something must have happened on the 12th night to cause the loop to happen. Only by figuring out what happened at that time could he find a way to undo the loop. You know a YouTuber who has around 300... Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it's like a big thing. Like, I remember I was watching... I can't remember who, but there was like a YouTuber that had like 200,000 viewers or something. It was like a fucking crazy number. It was like a really big, like a quite a decent sized YouTuber, and he was live streaming, and there was 7 people watching because he mostly does like short content and stuff. And I was like, dude, that's so depressing. Like, why even? Good God. And that's why, like, I put out shorts occasionally. I will start again now that I've started streaming COI, but like, I don't like to do shorts for that reason, where like, because short viewers are like very short viewers, like they never translate to like watching streams or watching videos. They're just watching shorts. Therefore, Lumi decided not to trigger any abnormalities this cycle. He also found an excuse not to join the procession and stay until the 12th night. But he couldn't do anything. Time wouldn't allow. No, Dr. Z, I'm just reading the perfect run in my own time. Unless Lumion broke out of the cycle after experiencing the 12th night, he would have to make the best use of time for the next cycle. The complete cycle wasted 12 days. After that, the probability of the outside world discovering the abnormalities would increase exponentially. At best, Lumion had one complete cycle or even less to complete the problem. If he wanted to stop the abnormality in one cycle, he needed enough information and sufficient understanding. He couldn't help but mock himself. Not only do I have to avoid triggering the abnormality, but also investigate it. What was the difference between this and a clown walking on a tightrope? Clown? Close enough. Welcome back, Klein. Wanting let's do chapters about TPR? Yeah, we can do that. Aurora saw that he didn't speak for a few seconds and seemed to be making up a story. She waved her hand and said, "I almost forgot to make dinner." "Wait a minute," Lumion said. "Smell mischief," Aurora said. "Aurora, big sis, we've fallen into a loop." "Huh? You just learned the trick and you're using it on me?" Aurora said. "Can you at least listen to the story I made up first? Why don't you score me while we're at it?" "That works." Lumion began from the time he met Leia and the others. He spoke as if he had a general outline, claiming that he had maintained his consciousness in the dream and entered a unique ruin. Through hunting monsters, he obtained a characteristic and became a hunter. He didn't hide the fact about the thorn ring pattern that sealed his chest and how it may involve the key to the time loop. He saw the same symbol on the Padre, and killing the Padre caused the time to restart. Aurora, still smiling at the start, thinking her brother was coming up with a story, but her expression turned more and more serious, because there was a lot of information that Lumion should not have known. When Lumion said that he had become a Beyonder, Aurora raised her right hand and massaged her temples. "Your ether body has undergone a huge change. Your life force and physical state are much stronger. Your astral projection has changed a little, but not much, as expected of a hunter who's better at hand-to-hand combat than spellcasting. Can't see the change or related changes, but I don't dare look too deeply. Do not tell me you made up such a ridiculous story to make me accept into you becoming a holy fuck, to make me accept you're becoming a Beyonder." I'm having a stroke. This was a typical Lumion modus operandi. Lumion didn't explain and directly talked about the mysticism knowledge. Are we gonna do chapter discussions about COI as well? When you say chapter discussions, Money, do you mean with like Easy once he starts reading, or? This was not because he was very moral and principled about not telling his sister before obtaining the lady's permission. No, what? Lumion didn't explain and talked about the mysticism knowledge that the lady had imparted to him. Of course, he only mentioned the name and didn't elaborate. This was not because he was very moral and principled about not telling his sister before getting the lady's permission. Instead, it was because she was obviously very powerful. If he leaked information and angered her, the time loop may resolve, but they would die. Indestructible laws, law of convergence, method. Aurora was stunned that her illiterate brother in the field of mysticism had gained so much precious knowledge. I want to talk to you about it? Oh, Money. In that case, for stuff like that, what I was actually thinking about this. I was thinking if maybe at certain key points, obviously I would know what those points are, but like if Luvion or like someone else who's read the stories, or maybe just at volume ends, I don't know what that would look like. If we wanted to do like, hey, I'll just put out like, if you guys could let me know, like, hey, in a couple of weeks, like something's gonna happen, just something that vague, like it doesn't give me any information, but like, hey, after that, let's have a chat or whatever. I could put out like a thing and just be like, hey guys, message me any questions you have that I would know by that time, or like that you think would be cool to ask me before I go. So like at that time, let's say we break through the loop and we get to Trier or something, right? You guys can ask me like, hey, Like, what do you think is gonna happen now? Or like, do you think Forz is still gonna be here? Or like, does Lumion join the tarot? I don't know. You get the point. Fucking, you know what questions are. I don't know. Fucking Stroke trying to explain this. Yeah. So like, we could do something like that, so that you guys could give me like a huge list of questions. We can just start stream. I can go about it so that like we can start at. So like, I'll start answering a question. I'll give you something on it, and if you guys have like little bits and pieces to like add into that, during chat, we can talk about it. Move to the next question. Do that. Do like an hour, 2 hour stream just on that or something, so that you can get exactly theories about volume endings, questions, my theories about like other stuff, my hopes for the COI as a whole, like all sorts of stuff, right? Okay. Aurora was stunned that her illiterate brother knew so much precious knowledge. It had been more than 5 years since she became a Beyonder. At first, she relied on Roselle's diary to join that organization. That organization? There's no fucking way she means the Twilight Hermit Order, right? There's no fucking way. Okay, in my mind, there's two possibilities. It's either the Twilight Hermit Order, or it's, fuck. What's Bernadette's organization called? Or it's that one. Because having knowledge of that would allow you, like, indescribable amounts. The Element Dawn. Because, like, it would gain you incredible aura in that fucking thing. Because, like, Bernadette is, like, salivating at the thought of knowing anything about her dad. So, like, if you said, like, I know how to read this, Bernadette would be like, you're my second in command now, whatever you need. So, I don't know, it could be either. Her pathway was a symbol of knowledge in the field of mysticism. From time to time, she would be pursued by knowledge, allowing her to master the acting method. Twilight Hermit Order is the only one you need to not say. True. But there could be like another limitation or something, right? I don't know. Allowing her, but like as a member, she would probably say it, no? Again, I also have to remember that currently Cuttlefish is doing this stupid fucking dumbass shit where like, oh, we're gonna pretend like this is a standalone and you can read this first. So even if so it could be like another fucking organization that he just doesn't want us to know the name of. This is the first book you're reading, so I don't know. The law of Beyonder characteristic indestructibility, convergence, and conservation were the three cornerstones of the Beyonder world. Therefore, she knew of herself as a Beyonder with insufficient experience but sufficient knowledge, miles ahead of her peers. Now her brother, who had never come into contact with mysticism, knew such things? Furthermore, he knew of a law of convergence that even she didn't know about. Yeah, fucking outclassed. Dude, I love how fucking cool this is, where like she can like read Roselle's diary. She's in that organization, whatever that is. And Forz is still like, bitch, I don't care what organization you're from. I don't care if it's the Twilight Hermit Order. You're still fucking outclassed by the fucking Tarot Club, okay? We give out such rudimentary information to anyone we come across because it means so little to us. And it is of fucking incalculable value to you fucking plebeians. Get fucking rolled. This eliminated the possibility that Lumion had peeked at her notebook. As a Beyonder of the Mystery Prior pathway, she suppressed her desire to know the specifics of this law. What did you pay that lady for this knowledge? Nothing. This way is terrifying. I don't know what she wants from me. I suspect that it has something to do with the symbol on my chest and the dream ruin. The lady probably wants me to unravel the secrets. Continue. She waited for the story with a serious attitude. Lumion talked of the owl, the anomaly during Lent, and the siblings' experiences during the second cycle. Either I've been hypnotized by you and told you everything, or we're really in a time loop. She began to believe Lumion because he mentioned her integrity brooch herself. Because she had named her integrity brooch herself and there was no record of it. It was impossible for Lumion to know. Lumion struck while the iron was hot. I also prophesied that the three foreigners will appear at the old tavern tonight. I prophesied that the Padre is having an affair with Madame Polly tonight. I also prophesied that the shepherd Pierre Barry will return to the village and there's something wrong with the sheep that he brought. 3 foreigners that enter. And that entered the village while we were practicing combat. After that we rested. We didn't go out all night. Yeah, after the combat class in the afternoon, you were still an ordinary person. She had finally accepted Lumion's time loop theory. If it were anyone else, Lumion would have laughed and said, "Ha, you believe it! It's a ridiculous story." But he controlled himself. "I'll go to the village now and see if I can gather more info," he said. "I'll use my eyes to look around, but there's a huge restriction and it's very dangerous. I'm not sure I'll get anything," Aurora said. Lumion took a few steps out the door. He looked back at Aurora standing in the kitchen and knew of the scene, and thought of the scene of Aurora pushing him to safety among the countless undead. He subconsciously asked, "Big sis, why did you adopt me?" "I didn't want to," Aurora said grumpily. "I was just kind enough to give you some food, but you kept following me. I couldn't shake you off, and obediently helped me do things." My heart softened. Who knew you'd grow into this, you idiot? Do you know how hard it is for a young girl to raise a child like you? Lumion wanted to thank her. The words were stuck in his throat. He turned his head and walked back. Alright, boys, we gotta save her, alright? No matter what, we gotta save her. Dude, can you imagine reading COI first and just being sitting there and be like, dude, Fours, I get that she's useful, but what a bitch. Like, she's like, well, you know, try your best. If shit gets out of hand, I'll just fucking blow up this entire fucking town. I mean, you know, kind of suck, but I don't really give a fuck. Like, this is my fucking life, man. This is my everything. I need this. and Forrest is just sitting there having breakfast over here. She's like, another day, another dollar, baby. Lumion had to investigate, but he couldn't activate any abnormalities, causing the cycle to restart ahead of time. He had to consider the peripheral problems. His initial idea was to find the Padre's mistress this afternoon and eavesdrop, and other methods to see if they knew anything. If he didn't gain anything or lacked the opportunity for the time being, he would go to the cathedral to see if he could meet the Padre and chat with him about daily life. Lumion's first target was Sybil Barry, the mistress of the Padre and the sister of the shepherd, Pierre Barry. Wait, what? The mistress of the Padre. Sorry. I thought it said for some reason, I don't know why, I thought I read the sister of the Padre and the shepherd. And I was like, the shepherd and the Padre are brothers? I didn't know this. Lumion's friend Guillaume Jr., Guillaume Barry, was a distant cousin of Pierre Barry. Sybil Barry was 24 years old and married to Jean Maury, a middle-aged man in his late 40s. What in the fuck am I reading? Why do I give a fuck? He had been single for more than 30 years. The reason why he could marry Sybil was because he didn't have any requirements for dowry. Lumion suspected that the reason why she married him using only a small amount of assets was that she had already become the Padre's mistress at that time, needed a husband to be her illegitimate son's father. Although Intis was open-minded and illegitimate children were common, many husbands or wives were still willing to take their spouses' illegitimate children under their wing, despite being angry when they found out. Why not? After all, this was equivalent to having an additional free manservant or maid in the future. Crazy. Illegitimate children didn't have the right to inherit assets, but clergymen of EBS Church weren't allowed to get married and have kids. They often found fathers for illegitimate children. Lumion arrived at Jean Maurie's house, a grayish-white short house at the edge of the village with only one floor. There was no washroom. They had built a shed at the back of the house. Lumion entered without knocking, quietly coming to the side of the house and squatting by the bedroom window. At that moment, someone was sitting inside. Lumion could hear their breathing and determine their corresponding height. Not long after, light footsteps came from the kitchen to the bedroom. There was no need to calculate. As a hunter, Lumion knew the approximate weight of the owner, a woman, likely Sybil. Lumion's impression of Sybil was a woman with soft, smooth black hair who didn't like to tie it up like others. She let it flow down freely or tied it into a ponytail. Her facial features weren't outstanding, but they were soft and round. At that moment, Jean, who had been sitting silently, spoke. The Padre came this afternoon. His voice was just like him, rather stuffy. He was the kind of person who usually chatted under the elm tree in the village square. He was here, Sybil said. Her voice a little girlish. He was born like this. Did you do it? Jean asked. We did. I don't have much to say about the Padre, but you watch out for other men. Especially Pato Russell. What the fuck am I reading? Pato Russell was Madonna Benet's husband. His wife was also the Padre's mistress. Dude, what is this fucking Padre on? Does he have any time to actually fucking preach? Motherfucker's just spending his whole day coordinating this bullshit. Lumion, who was outside the window, was speechless. Relationship was really fucked up. Don't say Padre Riz, that's crazy. Don't say that. He gained a much higher opinion of the Padre. He had come to Sybil in the afternoon and was having a date with Madame Polly at night. The model worker of cheating. If he could allocate more energy in this area to the church's matters and combine it with his scheming, he could have long become advanced in his clergy rank and become a beyonder. He's saying, damn dog, the only reason you're fucking powerless is because you got too many bitches. Get it together. Stop focusing on them hoes. How about you get some power, ya bitch? The clergy rank was the rank of a clergyman in the church. Starting from the first rank, it was ostiary, reader, chanter, acolyte, subdeacon, deacon, also known as padre or priest, bishop, archbishop, and cardinal. The pope was not in the ranks of the clergy. Among them, the 6 ranks and the 6th rank and above made them senior clergymen. Cardinal, archbishop, bishop, deacon, subdeacon, and acolyte? Okay. In other words, it was possible that they possessed superpowers. As for the lowest 3, they mainly handled cathedral chores and ritual support. They were only glorified titles, but were not treated as true clergymen. The 4th rank, acolytes, were usually students who had graduated from the seminary. The 5th rank, subdeacon, could represent a true priest to preside over a cathedral. The situation in Cordoue was the same. A 5th rank subdeacon was the padre, a 4th rank acolyte was the deputy padre, and they had a few staff servants. Guillaume Benet only needed to advance 1 more rank to become a true priest. Oh, he's a subdeacon. Once he becomes a deacon, he's chillin'. Okay. I understand, Sybil Berry said. Is your brother Pierre back? Yes, there's an important ritual that needs his help, Sybil said. Ritual? Lumen's eyelids twitched. The Lent festival? No, it is a ritual of God. Do not ask too much. You will know when the time comes. Jean tersely agreed. Praise the sun. Dude, imagine getting cucked by a subdeacon. That's like extra salt in the wounds. This is crazy. I'm gonna change the music now. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like getting cucked by the assistant manager at Denny's. True. You're sitting there, you're like, bro, he can't even comp a full meal. He can give you a 20% discount. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh my god, that's so fuck. Sybil had a certain understanding of the dealings between the Padre and the shepherd, but her husband was completely unaware. The ritual she talked of wasn't the sacrificial ceremony at the feast, likely related to the 12th night. He only gets the keys on the weekend. Having gained something, Lumion left Maury's house and suddenly rushed to the 2-story building where Pato Russell and Madonna Benet lived. Unlike Sybil, Madonna was married off with her share of the inheritance. Pato also received his share of his original home, so they could build a decent home and entrust more than 20 sheep to the shepherds. Lumion didn't know when Madonna became the Padre's mistress. He knew only that in the past year, before he hooked up with Madame Polly, the Padre often visited Madonna. At this moment, Pato Russell, who had a gentleman's beard, was pacing in the kitchen. "When will you invite the Padre over as a guest again?" he asked. "I don't know. It depends on his mood," Madonna said. "And his physical condition, I suppose?" Lumion thought as he was eavesdropping. "Don't you often go to the cathedral to pray recently? You can ask him while you're at it." Pato refused to give up. "The cathedral? Group is doing something in the cathedral?" He really doesn't give a shit about the Eternal Blazing Sun and Saint Sith. After listening, Lumion walked from Russell's house to the cathedral at the edge of the village square, hoping to have a face-to-face chat with the Padre. But when he arrived, Guillaume Benet was no longer there, only the deputy Padre. Michael Gariege? Fucking no. This foreigner from Dariège had graduated from Bigorre Theological Seminary last year and was sent to Cordoue on Bishop's orders to be Guillaume's deputy. He was often ostracized and only in charge of the registration of funerals, marriages, and newborns. Damn, bro, make this guy your best friend. He's so lonely. He'll just listen to you, and then you can just use his influence and shit, or like his access. During the last cycle, Lumion had arrived at the cathedral and happened to encounter the Padre leaving. The latter had asked him to pray the next day and not give Michael a chance to listen to the prayers. Michael was taller than Lumion. Lumion felt that he had grown 2 or 3 centimeters tall after consuming the Hunter Potion. He was almost 1.8 meters tall now. Looking at Michael, who was wearing a white robe, Lumion spread his arms. "Praise the sun!" After bowing, he stared at Michael, wanting to see how this Padre would react. As if there was a certain amount of hesitation, Lumion would be able to determine that he had been implicated by the Padre's group, but he immediately returned the posture. "Praise the sun!" He didn't hesitate at all. "The Padre isn't here?" Lumion asked, looking around. From Madonna's words, the Padre's group often discuss matters here. Michael should have noticed something as deputy Padre, right? "He's been gone for a while," Michael replied. 3 foreigners came about 15 minutes ago. But to no avail. The deputy Padre's eyes were passionate. Considering that the Padre might have taken a detour and hid back in the cathedral, waiting for Madame Polly to bring dinner over, Lumion sighed. "Then forget it. I'll pray tomorrow." Michael's eyes lost their luster. Lumion turned around and left the cathedral, planning to sneak to Michael's residence when night deepened. Seeing that, he returned home and asked Aurora, "Do you find anything?" Aurora nodded. "In addition to the abnormalities you mentioned, I discovered there's something wrong with the deputy Padre, Michael Gariege." "Eh?" "45. Alright, last chapter. Oh, God. What is that, 11 chapters today? Y'all can't say shit to me now. What do you think is wrong with him? I think he believes in EBS too deeply and is he's beloved by his god and is actually a demigod and will actually raise the entire village. I mean raise with a R-E-Z-E, not R-A-I-S. Set the whole village on fire. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I don't know. Lumion had just confirmed that Michael should not have been implicated by Guillaume and the others. I had to visit him later. My clueless brother was standing right in front of him when I realized that something was off about him. But it seems like you didn't notice, Aurora smiled. She seemed quite delighted. After all, her younger brother, who was clearly ignorant of mysticism, had suddenly become beyond her and had grasped a wealth of knowledge and discovered that Cordy was stuck in a time loop. Not only had she been useless as a sister, but she also found herself outmatched in mysticism knowledge. She was a bit unhappy, but she had finally regained her dignity as an older sister. I didn't notice anything. This astral projection, how can I put it? It's brighter than a normal person. Wait, hold on, let me cook. Hold on. He's actually beloved by EBS? And he's not a beyonder. Hold on. Wait, did I just cook here? He hasn't been training his body systematically for a long time. He hasn't been training his body systematically for a long time. Maybe he was just born with a good physique. Astral projection, Lumion asked. You don't know? That woman taught you divine paths, the laws of characteristic and the acting method, but didn't teach you the astral projection? She was in a hurry, so she gave me the cliff notes, okay? Perhaps this basic mysticism knowledge is useless to unofficial hunters. You just need to track, set traps, and fight. I can only complete your mysticism education. Remember, in mysticism, the external parts of the human body are divided into 4 levels. The innermost, which is the core, the soul body, equivalent to the concept of a spirit. The spirituality of everything. As it gets strengthened, you could say it's the essence of building a soul. Through Mystery Prior, the potion mainly upgrades the soul body. The astral projection is located outside the soul body. It's the latter's manifestation in the real and spirit world, moreover, closely related to your will and emotions. So do you understand? When his projection is brighter than a normal's, it means that his soul body has an issue, reflected in his astral projection. Through the astral projection, we can grasp the target's true emotions. For example, red signifies passion and excitement. Orange, warmth and satisfaction. Yellow, happiness and extroversion. Green, calm and happiness. Blue suggests coldness and introspection. If someone could see my astral projection, it would be the deepest fucking blue that has ever been seen by a human. White denotes brightness and eagerness to improve. Dark symbolizes worry, sorrow, and silence. Purple implies spirituality that is taking control, coldness, estrangement. It is hard to fake these colors, but they're pretty generic. Lumion started listening, but he wanted to take out a fountain pen to jot everything. Just listen, Aurora said. I'll give you my first witchcraft notebook later. Oh, okay. You can tell a lot from a man. You can tell a lot about a man from his chest opening. What's outside the astral projection? Lumion asked. Beyond that is the body of heart and mind. From this point, spirit and flesh merge. Body of heart and mind involves the mind, relates to one's reasoning, thinking, insight, and ability to understand. The outermost is the ether body, a manifestation of life force and physical state. So I can tell at a glance your body has improved greatly, yes, through the thickness, brightness, and color of the different parts of the ether body. At sequence 7, I can even determine a target's lifespan from the situation of their body. As for how to differentiate them, read the notebook. The hunter potion mainly targets the ether body? No, it targets the body and life force. An ether body is a straightforward manifestation of both. So it's like upgrading a more lower level thing which affects the body of heart and the ether body rather. He recalled his sister's words and asked, "How did you observe the Padre? Why did I sense you?" Actually, I've been at home all this while, using the Mystery Prior Pathway's special trait. Never trust anyone who plays the Dutch opening? If someone ever plays the London opening, just know they're a little slow, okay? They're probably an okay person, but they're a little slow. What's special, Lumion asked. The most unique of the Mystery Prior ability is called the Eyes of Mystery Prying. Although I need to reach a higher sequence before I can activate the complete eyes, allowing it not only to be use of me, but it can also be placed on the surface of objects to help me monitor things remotely. But that doesn't mean the eyes aren't special before. From sequence 9 onwards, we have seen more than most sequence beyonders of the same pathway. The simplest example is that a hunter can only see an ether body before they undergo qualitative change in their godhood. Furthermore, it is less detailed than us, and now I can examine the various details of the astral projection. In addition, I can also see things around me that aren't normally visible. Bong Cloud opening goated. Anyone who plays the Bong Cloud, I want you to know you're gonna fucking lose. Just resign the game immediately. There was clearly nothing in that direction. Aurora glanced at the kitchen, which made Lumion feel shocked. There was nothing in that direction, but he felt there could have been something invisible that he can't see. Of course, this may not be a good thing. It's very easy to see things when you shouldn't. Therefore, I've been restraining myself. I don't look at things I shouldn't see. But as my sequence increases, it's not up to you not to look. Didn't you say that only higher sequences can project out the eyes of mystery prying? Why can you observe the people from the cathedral from home? I always told you that knowledge equals power, but you didn't believe me. Under normal circumstances, it's true that I can observe things hundreds of meters from home, but humans can use tools. I have 2 assistants. She took out 2 things from hidden pockets. One was a brass telescope that could shrink and lengthen, the other a miniature version of a dark ink bottle. Look, the telescope can help me see people a few hundred meters away clearly. Once the visual range is closed, I can observe the target's astral projection, ether body, and body of heart and mind, suitable for open spaces. So what about the ink bottle? It is a unique spirit world creature. She opened the bottle cap. Where is it? Lumion looked around. You still don't know how to activate your spirit vision? Didn't you say you saw a lot of undead in the wilderness? I don't know. Maybe ordinary people can see ghosts and undead directly when entering Paramita? So you don't know Hermes? Ancient Hermes? Elvish? Dragonese? Jotun? What the fuck are those? What did that lady teach you? The laws? That method? Pathways of the divine? Sequence 0? Sealed artifacts? I think you want a beating. Aurora felt like he was flaunting. Then I will combine it with my contracted creature to teach you how to activate your spirit vision, how to carry out ritualistic magic, and use languages to interact with supernatural powers. This is only a rough explanation. If you want to master it, especially those with few languages, it'll take a year or 2. Of course, this is a problem with your sequence pathway. Hunters probably don't have the learning abilities improved, nor do they have any enhancements in mysticism. Back then, I relied on diligence and indoctrination to master all of them in 6 months. It's very simple for Beyonders to activate their spirit vision, but it's not completely dark yet. Let's talk about something else. I call it a white paper. It's a very weak spirit world creature. As long as you have an accurate description, you can hold a ritual and summon it in your name. Other than the fact that spirit world creatures are hard to see, it has only one use. That is to carry a certain ability of the contractor. But it can't be too complicated or powerful. Okay, so now we're gonna get some basic shit that we're gonna know for a while. Like, the next chapter is called Ritualistic Magic. Okay, so there's gonna be like some shit that we know about. Okay, dope. God, I don't know why the f you wrote it like this, bro. Just fucking assume we read Lord of the... Happening. Worry about this. Alright, we made it. There was some art. Oh, fuck yeah, Plague. Yeah, like we already know all this. What the fuck are you hassling? Man, tap. Want to see cool shit. Damn, these are cool. This is so fucking cool. Holy shit. Fucking white eyes are so dead. Oh, this is so cute. This is adorable. White paper. Cabbages. Very adorable. I think I'm gonna have mine on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. It's my first D&D session. This is more in depth, maybe a little bit, but I'd rather have this shit later than right. Fuck it up. I don't care. All right, boys. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Special thank you to Money for making this stream possible. Shout out to you, Money. All right, boys. Have a great rest of your day or nights. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. What language do you speak in D&D? Loanese. And there's another one, but I can't remember it. Whatever's spoken in the Intis country. I don't fucking know. More hours of work? I mean, only 2 more hours, Money. We're almost there. You're almost there. 2 hours. What's that? Nothing. You got it. All right. Bye, guys.